And I'm also sure it's going to be a damn good time. But yeah.
I'm excited.
I am excited too. And if you are ready, and if the recording's going, I'm good for just hopping straight in it.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So, last night you learned a lot of things about a lot of people. Those who lived behind the stage. You figured out each of their goals for the most part. And you even saw the birth of a legend. And after that, you found yourself heading back to this strange reality after leaving that true spot, that spot full of blue and memory. You ended up getting inside. You guys explained stuff to Beatrice. She didn't really need much explaining anyway. She was fine with you staying, and you ended up just kind of crashing on the couch for that night right inside of their little shop. And as the night comes to an end, you find yourself again awakening in this place. Groggily, at first. As you wake up, your eyes kind of adjust for a moment. No lights on, dark. It must be early morning. And as you get up, you kind of start moving a bit, and you hear something. It's like, noises. You stop a bit and kind of turn, looking, and there's a TV on in front of you. And someone kind of approaches. Well, something. A little dog kind of comes up and a bit distressed, kind of whimpering a little. And you stop a bit, and your head kind of naturally turns as you start adjusting a little bit more to your surroundings. And you see someone sitting on the recliner next to you.
Of course. God damn
it. Oh, Illyria, you're awake. You know, it's just like one of those movies. I was at your bedside the whole time waiting for you to wake
up. Illyria bolts upright. What? She clicks on the mask really fast. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
She tries to right herself, tries to figure out what the hell's going on. She looks at the TV, then looks at Zenith. Okay. I'm awake. What are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to check up on you and see what your plans are for your day number 4. I know that yesterday was your second yesterday. You're welcome for that opportunity. I thought about it more, and I was like, well, since we're friends and you seem really stressed, and I think you needed a full day to kind of clear your head. And I gotta say, you made good use of it. I didn't see you once!
She's fucking broken out in a cold sweat already. It was good. Oh boy, I put some things to rest that I should have a long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's fidgeting. I told Teach what I thought, I guess.
Wait, kind of so like tilts his head.
You weren't watching when that was happening?
Well, I figured you needed some privacy, and honestly, well, I had a difficult time finding you. Admittedly, pretty bummed.
She actually relaxes a little bit after that. Oh,
What exactly did you talk to her about?
She's, you know, Illyria already assumed that Zenith had seen everything that happened with Teach, and fuck it. After hearing that he couldn't see the scene itself, she feels a weird sense of relief, but at the same time, she wasn't against Zenith talking to her, she wasn't against Zenith overhearing that talk. So, fuck, I think Illyria's going to literally lay out exactly beat for beat what she told Teach.
Okay.
Not going to spare on any details. Not going to spare on the uncomfortable bits. Yeah, no. She's even going to go into the part that will probably disappoint him, because it's the part that she realized, damn, I'm kind of boring.
I'm a little disappointed I missed that. But the fact that I wasn't there, maybe it allowed you to be more honest with yourself.
She fidgets. Yeah, maybe, I guess so. It's kind of hard to operate when you always feel eyes on the back of your head.
Yes, understandable. I must admit, I like the new look, Illyria. You're like a whole new person.
She prods at the mask. It's, yeah, I'm, glad I, thought the other mask might have been a little childish.
He, like, cups his chin, scratches it a few times. You see some, like, bits falling off. You're not even sure what.
A little childish.
He looks at the bee dog.
I could see it.
She's gonna pick up the bee dog.
You pick up the bee dog, and he very gladly chooses you over Zenith, which apparently he can see.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wanted to establish, can the... What? Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna think about that.
I kind of like this mask on you. It's plain, not boring. It allows room to create this new you. Because even though I didn't see much, I can tell something's different about you, Illyria.
She pets the dog. Thanks. Genuinely, thank you.
What are friends for?
That sentence still sends her skin crawling, but it's not in the same way as before. She remembers what she said last night to Horus, and she sticks by it. She doesn't entirely hate Zenith. After all, the point of Zenith is to be something sort of hated by a doctor, and she's not sure if she's a doctor anymore.
Well, I'm glad you put yesterday's yesterday to good use. But I know you're probably very busy. Maybe. And I figured I'd ask my usual question of you.
She nods very slowly.
All right, buddy. Would you rather share all of your secrets or be forced to keep them all to yourself?
Oh, boy.
Take your time.
She thinks really hard on that. I'm gonna let the dice decide my fate to a certain extent, because I can see her going in either direction. Okay. I guess despite the line of conversation from earlier, I think, I don't think keeping secrets suits me. Not in the long term. She like sort of shivers, wondering, like genuinely terrified about what this might mean. I guess I'm already keeping a few and I feel bad about them. Like,
regrets.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with the feeling.
Hey, Christian?
Yeah,
Can I roll to empathize with Zenith? That's a line.
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I want to know what the fuck.
And I think I know exactly what that would be, actually. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell me.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
So, so
okay.
that means that Zenith would get a roll. Or Zenith would get a roll here. How are you empathizing with him?
She hears regret. I'm familiar with that feeling, and she's going to try to contextualize that with absolutely everything she knows about this place so far.
Okay.
And no, actually, she's, if anything, over the last few days, she has learned about the double nature of things. She's learned that Horace, in being someone and having to slip into this role, has further highlighted his own non-existence, and that's sort of given him context. She's obviously recognized the deal with Orchestra splitting herself off from Heather. She's recognized the deal with herself, etc. She's wondering what could possibly exist. So, she knows that Zenith is supposed to exist to represent absolutely everything that doctors hate. Unforgiving sickness, the idea that it takes away from people, the idea that it is this enemy that is supposed to be fought, that also justifies a doctor's existence. But at the same time, there is probably something else that exists in relief to that. Like something that exists in its shadow, and she is trying to figure out what could... The fact that Zenith regrets something almost seems contrary to his purpose, so she's like, I want to dig into that. What
Yeah.
the hell? So, yeah,
So
no.
I rolled secretly.
Okay.
And you failed that roll.
Gotcha.
So you don't get to lock out. So
I don't get to lock out one of his colors.
Nope. So you just have to go for it. What do you think Zenith is in? Or do you want him to give you more context?
I think blind firing it is is probably
Seems
my
fair.
best hope here. Okay. I haven't succeeded on one of these yet, so let's see. 1 in 3 shot. Crud. She's going to guess yellow.
You guessed correctly.
Excellent.
Yeah. Actually, that seems about right. And you would know that his attribute now, from this, it is just entitled The Plague.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna be real. Jay needs some time to think about that. Yeah, no, she hears that. She hears those notes of regret, and then just quietly lowers her voice and lets the conversation ride itself out.
Well, luckily, I think you've put some smiles on people's faces with your presence. And I worry I might be taking up too much of your time. Things are getting a bit dire out there, Illyria.
Yeah, I've got work to do.
You sure do. But of course, I should provide you a warning. Originally, I always ask you 2 questions each day. One is more just a hypothetical. The other is a consequence. Because I'm your friend, you don't need to worry about the consequence, because originally I was going to ask you who should get infected. But we're friends!
And he reaches for the remote and turns it off.
And besides,
He stands up.
I think it's already done enough work for today.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Tried to move me.
Yeah.
Oh boy, okay.
Oh, Illyria, one more thing. I've left you many, many presents. You just need to go looking for them. They're tucked away, wrapped. Well, maybe not yet. But thanks to that, we can spend more time together. I'd like that a lot. My dear friend, Illyria.
I hate that. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna fucking take a sec to pet the dog.
All right, you take a set to pet the dog. The dog still seems a bit concerned as Zenith departs.
What time is it?
What time is it? You don't really know. You kind of look around like, is there a clock? Where you kind of just get ahead. You look out of windows and you see like it's early morning. The sun's just barely starting to rise. Yeah. You kind of start scooting up a little bit, and
I noticed Zenith left, but this shit.
yeah, it is. You actually
Do I
feel
feel
that.
anything?
You notice it.
Yeah.
You notice that as Zenith departs, you feel a cloying feeling clicking to you as you don't feel anything else leave.
Okay. You weren't. She starts petting the dog again. You weren't just concerned about him, were you?
The dog kind of looks up at you quizzically.
Yeah. Okay. This is Beatrice's room, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
She's going to knock lightly and ask, "Hey, Beatrice, you feeling okay?"
She seems to be silent, but hey, maybe she's sleeping. Maybe.
She's going to, under the pretense of cracking the door to let the dog in, she's gonna crack the door to let the dog in.
You do that. You kind of crack the door and let the dog go in, and you get a little glimpse yourself as you do
Yep.
that. Let me begin. The dog runs up, hops on the bed, and starts, licking at and otherwise try to approach Beatrice. She seems to be shifting a bit on the bed. She certainly was trying to rest. You notice she does seem to be sleeping with the gun next to her, and also it's a bottle of wine. There seem to be some flowers that are laid on the blanket she has as well. And little spell-elephant there. You have one just like that.
Oh, that's great. She's gonna lightly rap on the door. Like, now, she's probably awake because of the dog, right?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Hey, Beatrice, is it okay if I come in?
What? Yes, please. Please come on in. I don't think I'm doing too well today, Illyria.
I can tell, Illyria decides not to explain the fact that she can see the smog or feel the pain.
Yeah.
Do I gotta roll to die?
Not quite yet,
Okay.
but that's kind of because she's waking up, and it's not really setting in yet.
Hey, you don't look so good.
I don't feel so good.
Okay, well, I guess no better time to give you your medicine than when you first wake up. Here. Illyria's gonna give her a potion.
She takes the potion, and roll to die for me now.
Yep. Here we go. So, in this case, like,
this isn't particularly a roll for the pain, actually. She hasn't taken the potion yet. It's
Oh.
a roll of recognition. It's like basically an investigative kind of roll to figure out if you can pick up on some hints. And you did. You start to kind of play back in your head a little bit, and you try to remember and look around. And as you do, you try to you're like, all right, I got to give her a potion. And you remember then in that moment that you gave her a potion. But then I think that also kind of hits you that when you gave her that potion, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
But not yesterday.
The other yesterday.
The other yesterday. And it hits you in that moment that you don't think you did give her another one for that extra day.
That makes sense.
So you kind of run through, okay, crap. You realize that she might have had some social contact. This is probably early stages. This is you start prepping up. Make me a doctor roll.
Okay. I'm going to approach this as calmly and analytically as possible.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses to... I need to double check my bonds to dealing with the plague.
You do.
Against catching the plague. No, I actually don't think I do, actually. Yeah. It's against... It's resisting it, but not...
Yeah.
Wow!
Let's see. Oh. Let's...
Ow!
I gotta see about that one. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Yeah.
No.
You're like, okay. And you start administering medicine and she starts taking it, and no, wait. You give it to her and you try to do this, and as you're prepping and helping with medicine, you're checking through and you realize no shit, her symptoms are moving along way too quickly, and there's another one. Again, you noticed a new symptom beginning to manifest in people. Cold sweats starting to break out. Not just internal, but now just... You notice that the bed itself is kind of soaked at this point.
Ooh.
She needs water, like, now.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Illyria's going to run out and grab her water.
Alrighty, you do so. You run past the couch where you spent the night, the blankets kind of spilling off, the pillows laying there in disarray, and you run past into the kitchen, attempting to get as much water as you can so you can bring it to your patient. And you'll do what you can. You get some water.
Yep.
And if you want to head back...
Runs in.
Alright. You do give her some water. And she tries to drink it down, and then tries to go in bursts with the actual potion itself, which helps a little bit. Roll to die now.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now it's a-coming.
And in this case, I get the resistance, right?
Yes.
Plague resist? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good, actually.
Yep, you did it. So you managed to hold that back a bit as you feel these new symptoms go into your body and you feel them resonate. It's so weird to feel cold sweat breaking off on your body when there is in fact none of it. But regardless, you push that back and you get her, at least to the best of your abilities, everything administered. And with that, she's like, "Thank you, doll. I gotta open up shop today." But
don't worry. She looks around and she thinks back. Yeah, that's right. How did I help those other people? She runs through it in her head. Okay, don't worry about opening up shop. She like pulls the blankets up a little bit more. I can handle it today for you. Don't worry about it. Just give me, I know you keep detailed records of absolutely everything. Just tell me what I need to do. Tell me who I gotta, yeah, just point me to your record books.
Okay. Yeah, you go, oh gosh, they're right down. She kind of pulls one arm out, moves it past her dog, and points over here where you do see a clock actually. And you go and you check the time, and it's about a little like 7:10 right now. And you kind of start looking in, and you reach and you see some ledgers in there. One's on the top shelf.
Okay. She's
You
gonna
collect
grab
them.
this. Okay, I'll manage the shop as best I can. I'll get Horace to help me out.
Yeah.
I'm also going to bring the doctor over here. Is that okay?
I mean, sure, yeah. Whatever you gotta do.
She nods. She is, shop probably ain't open yet, right?
Nope. It seems like she opens up her shop at 8.
Illyria, like almost sprinting at this point, runs over and knocks on Horace's door. Horace! Hey, Horace!
And also a bit of silence.
Fuck. She slowly cracks open the door. Hey, Bud, how are...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Illyria! Hello!
Oh, you're sick too, damn it. She's
I
going
am.
to...
As you kind of step past and move inside there, like he turns to you with pleading eyes as you turn over, and then he kind of like reaches out an arm and grabs yours for a moment and kind of pulls you in a little closer to the bed real fast, and he's just like, yeah, I'm like totally faking it though. That's just.
I see.
I just have to, it's in the script. Simple.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's just between you and me. You don't have to give me a potion. I'll be fine.
Illyria, like, actually tips up her mask and rubs the bridge of her gigantic nose. Okay. Well.
Chill. We got it. He gives you a thumbs up.
I was gonna ask you for some help today, actually. So,
If I'm walking around, then I don't know about that, though. Zenith would be pretty pissed if I was breaking the rules,
would me giving you a potion break the rules?
No, that would be befitting the rules.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna give you this potion, and it's gonna suck.
Mhm.
So
Okay. He kind of like looks at it and holds it with 2 fingers, and like kind of like bites the cork and just kind of like, all right, okay, bottoms up. Drinks it down, and is this supposed to hurt you?
yeah, it is.
Oh, sorry. He pulls the string and you feel pain.
I'm gonna do
Roll
my
to
roll to
die.
die. Yep.
Yeah,
It hurts.
it hurts. You take 4 damage.
Yep, there we go.
Wait, no, you don't, because you have bonuses, so you don't. Remember, you got the bonuses against the plague and stuff.
Oh, yeah, so 15 exactly.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Is that the DC? Is that exactly the DC?
You are 1 over the DC.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So she doubles over and is like, okay, not as bad as I thought.
You're getting used to this. Good job. He kind of like, he leans back against his mini comfy pillows. Yeah, I'm on sick duty, but I mean, I got this potion now. Am I going to be running sick duty downstairs too?
Yeah, if you could just help out with the shop. I don't know how to run things. Just, you could you're still sick though, so...
Yes, so I'll be sitting on a chair or leaning up or doing whatever, but
yes.
they can help you out. I can't touch things. We wouldn't want me spreading the plague to people. That would be very bad.
Yeah, of course. Just, basically, I need advice on how to run things downstairs.
Excellent. Excellent. Let's do that. He kind of like gets back in character there for a moment and...
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you, Horace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be right back. I wanna bring the doctor to see your sister.
Okay, good luck. I'll get ready downstairs. You got a couple of minutes, so make it count.
She's gonna run over to the doctor's as quickly as possible.
As you do that, just because we get to have that. You run out the door. You're leaving now, but then
Yep.
meanwhile inside, Horace begins doing a bunch of leg exercises and starts preparing himself to be really fucking sick.
Fucking dumbasses.
Time
Doing
to die today.
Yeah,
And yeah.
she's gonna sprint over to the doctor's office as quickly as possible.
You do so. Yeah. We'll cut you. I'll just cut you straight over there since you're bolting for it. You start heading straight to the doctor's. You run past the Central Park area before Taka even gets time to get there, and find yourself heading on over to that specific place, the clubhouse.
Excellent.
All right. Okay. Let me just make sure all these pogs are here. Gonna make sure she's here too. All right, so you begin moving and find yourself stumbling on into the clubhouse. Are you there?
Yes.
All right. You move on
Sorry, I was
inside.
in the darkness. There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Illyria runs in, like, fucking panicking. Hey, shit. She keeps it down. She's looking around for Heather or the doctor.
Yeah. You try to look around for either, and you see someone next to you, a very large lady, and it kind of just hits you as like this one spot where you're like, oh, you remembered last night they were burying someone very large, and this looks
Yeah.
like the only person that would be that size, but this time they seem to be alive.
My potion got to her. Hell yes.
Yeah. Roll the die for me.
Oh. Oh.
Let's see. Oh. Okay, no, that's all you get.
Okay.
So yeah,
She looks back at her and, like, she feels proud of herself but doesn't think any deeper.
Yeah. Really, I've realized this map could really use something.
What's
considering
that?
how many people are sick in here.
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, there we go. That's good.
Okay. She's going to basically take a look in this room. Knocking
All right.
first.
Yeah, you check. That's just a bathroom.
Check this room, knock.
This is someone comes to the door very quickly, and is there something matter with the patient? And the doctor steps out and sees you and kind of looks at you for a moment and just kind of stops, stares, and is like, yes?
Actually, yes, there is. And in this case, well, it's not something I can just handle myself. Beatrice, the general store owner, is sick now.
He stops, and you notice a palm basically go up to his mask. It just kind of stops for a bit and grasps for some form of face that he can't wear, like he can't find all the clothing and the mask and everything else, and he stops. Heather is sick now too.
Oh,
she's right in there.
I'm so sorry. Could you? I'll handle. You gave me a list of responsibilities. I'm handling things in the apartment. I'll also handle the distribution of food and supplies from the general store. Don't worry about that.
Okay. It's another problem.
Yeah.
I usually do checkups, but
right.
Heather assists me with things here. But if Heather is sick, he stops a bit on that. If she's going to be in bed for a while, then no one's going to be here when I'm doing checkups. We might have problems later today. I haven't been able to do a checkup yet.
Okay.
You just take care of your take care of the apartment building, take care of the shop. I tell the people that the store opens up a little later today out of necessity.
Okay.
They won't be happy, but they'll have to deal with it.
In that case, could I ask you to check up on Beatrice as well? Add her to your list.
Okay, fine. I'll make a stop by and see if I can do anything for her.
Okay. When do you begin your checkups?
I would begin them as soon as I could in the morning, but
Okay.
he stops and looks back at the room which he just came out of.
Your job is important. You're saving more lives. I'll take care of her for now.
All right, roll for me for that one. Yeah.
She is going to, she's gonna she's gonna stand for something right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to clash with this guy. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
This is a roll versus the doctor as well. Thanks, Heather.
Yes. Ooh, that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's almost ready to like kind of stand up against you, but one of the way you kind of just put yourself forward, he stops and shakes his head, and I don't have time to argue this. Fine, sure. Check up on him. I doubt you're going to find anything different, but
Okay.
kind of steps off. Thank you. He starts moving out.
She smiles and then is going to go into the room. Based on the route that he takes, do I know when he would check up on Beatrice? It would probably be by the time I got back, or would I need to wait?
He literally does a grid-based check on the counterclockwise version of yours.
Bada boom!
This would be the second map he goes to.
Okay.
You probably get there before the afternoon.
No.
And before the morning ends, so yeah.
Yeah. Illyria slowly opens the door. Hey, Heather.
She kind of stops and looks over at you and is like, "Oh, hey." She kind of looks behind you to the door.
Yeah,
Is he gone?
he's out, yeah.
She stops a bit and breathes. This sucks.
Yeah, you're telling me. She sits down on the bed next to her.
Awkward to see me with a face.
No, not really.
Awkward to have a face.
Well, I've met two of you, and I think I like both of you.
Aw, thank you. She smiles in a way that's fucking familiar. Definitely not to the same degree, but a bit there. And she just kind of leans up, and despite that, there's still sickness on her. It seems as though, in that moment, all of the aspects of the old orchestra coalesced into one being, the being they were trying to be, the being that they were. And from that point on, orchestra reinvented her same feelings anew. The ones she had left, she applied, well, to you. Was able to reforge those memories. And the one you knew as orchestra from before has now been complete as well. The two souls that, well, are different yet the same. You've known them both, yet know neither of them almost. It's a strange thing to describe.
Yeah, Illyria's a little off put by this, but kind of shakes her head. I've got something that's yours. Not orchestras, not orchids, but yours. She's going to reach down and pull out that music box.
The original one?
The original one.
Mm-hmm. She kind of grabs it and holds on to it and kind of looks at it.
Illyria, also, I should point out, she pulled out the wax cylinder for Beatrice's song and reinserted orchestra's song for that. She's got to make another music box at some point.
Yeah, she takes that and holds it. He was going to give me the same one today, probably. No, not the same. She kind of holds it. Thank you for yours. She kind of she very carefully leans off the bed a bit, obviously a little bit sick.
No.
And she kind of hides it basically underneath the bed and holds it there and then kind of lays back against the pillow. You have a few minutes?
Yeah, of course I do.
Good. There's a lot I wanted to talk about. Never could. I've been here for months. She kind of leans back against the pillow. Damn. Buzzing. See with you, fuck. She kind of leans against the pillow. And then, in that moment, kind of just turns over to you for a little bit. And it's just like, never was able to be one again.
She tilts her head.
She kind of stops a little bit and turns over. You know, when we first talked, one of the first times when we were outside, it's so hazy. Because I remember seeing you leave and then being out there with you, both. But when you left, I remember I got pretty mad at you when you're talking about your responsibility to save everyone here.
Yeah, I was a little full of myself. Illyria looks down.
Well, I'm glad you realize it. He never will, I don't think.
Could I take a guess? Yeah, she puts up a hand. Could I take a guess about how this story ends?
Go ahead.
The doctor struggles in vain to try to cure the plague. Ultimately never quite finds the exact cure because some people from outside wind up curing it for him. And too late, he fights against sickness and loses probably the person most dear to him.
She leans back against the pillows. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Story itself. She kind of holds herself there for a moment and then... And guess he didn't like that ending. She kind of stops a little bit and then... All of this. I don't think it's his fault. But it is also kind of his fault. Just never forgot, I guess. Even after he died.
Well, Illyria stops and thinks. I think ultimately there are two philosophies you could take away from this. One says that something like this should never be forgotten, that a tragedy like this deserves to be enshrined and studied and grown from. That's, unfortunately, she points at the door, why we're here right now.
She nods her head. Yep.
And the other says, things that hurt too much, that cause problems like this, should be allowed to slip away. It's all above my head, honestly. Illyria's shaking.
She kind of like gives like a kind of half scowl. Yeah, it's above mine too. I'm gonna tell you what's not. The fact that I'm here right now and I should be... Well, Dad. She kind of like gestures with her hands. The fact that he's here and suffering through that week over and over again. I'm supposed to die tomorrow.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
You kept me up a lot longer.
Hmm.
Thanks for that, but if maybe not, I might not have been able to, you know. She kind of like... But, I mean, I think you... You know what kind of pisses me off, though, about this? Is that... Take a guess why I'm here.
Well, I have a feeling I could cure pretty much anyone here, if it really comes down to it. If I can figure out the root cause and basically pull them out. But, you, a few others, she thinks back on Horace. I think it's because you're part of the story. Because you have to die. Because, you're here just as a plot convenience.
She kind of like, she kind of like snorts at that a little bit. Yeah. I had to be here as plot convenience. That pissed me off, so I came here myself. And quickly found that that version of me that was in his head was stronger than I was. That's annoying. Well, she kind of stops a bit. Actually, no. I guess it wasn't. She smiles at you.
Well, I'm glad I could help both of you, I guess.
Well, not both of us yet. I gotta, well, still gotta break him out. He's gotta, even if he's gotta be dragged back to the afterlife kicking and screaming.
Yeah, well, I guess, what did you think about being a doctor?
Me? I wasn't a doctor. I was an opera singer. He just was so short on hands, had no help. He really didn't want me to do it, but, well, in my own stubborn way, I guess I didn't want to sit back and watch him do it himself because he couldn't. He needed help, and, well, he either didn't get it or turned it away. If not, and I guess I just knew how to poke those strings a little bit better.
Well, I guess that makes two of us. I'm not a doctor either. I'm just a pharmacist. There's a difference. A lot of people can't tell, but yeah, no, there's an appreciable difference. But, while I'm here, I've got to play the part of one. And, well, you've been here, you've helped a lot of people. And, I'm kind of counting on you to help him, too.
Yeah. Though, the moment I try it, she kind of stops a little bit. I doubt Zenith's going to take too kindly to that. Because the moment he realizes is the moment all this ends.
She shakes her head. Well, I don't think you need to necessarily help him like that. I'll do my best to break him out. You just, what was it? Drag him kicking and screaming to the underworld?
Yeah, something like that.
Illyria smiles. You do that, and I'll make sure to get him there. That's a promise. I might be a little too full of myself, but that's a promise I'm gonna try to keep.
She kind of looks at you. Who's helping you? I don't think you can do that by yourself.
Well, you are. Well, not you, but... God,
Me.
this is hard. The other you.
Gloomy.
That makes everything a lot easier. Illyria stops and considers saying the clown you, and stops herself dead after hearing opera singer. Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna say that. And, yeah, there are others that can help. Everybody who's caught here by this dream, I don't think they're as helpless as, everybody thinks. I don't think they're as helpless as Zenith thinks.
I don't think so either. I mean, we've seen it firsthand, haven't we?
Guess so.
So I'm feeling hopeful.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me that.
She smiles and kind of stands up. Earlier, what I said with the whole preserving this forever thing and the disappearing into nothing thing. You've been here for months. You've probably been forced to live this out time and time again.
She stops a bit. Yep. Today's the day I would lose the music box again. You'd give it to me laying in bed, and I would have lost it again as orchestra. But today, I've got a new box. She does too, hopefully.
Illyria fucking internally just thought, Oh man, yeah, Illyria tries to, like, put down the frog in her throat. Yeah, she does, just want to say I don't think this was all for nothing. Even if it all fades away, it meant something.
Well, that's up to you guys going forward, is it?
She nods. She nods, like, honestly swelling with confidence at this point. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Live good for us, Illyria.
I fucking dare you.
She gives you a bright, beaming smile. Blue eyes that glow just as bright as the ones on that ethereal mask. And you take steps out.
God fucking damn it. Okay. Yep. No, that's fine. Illyria's crying too.
Oh.
She walks outside and yeah, no, she's got a renewed purpose now.
Fantastic.
She draws herself to her full height, moves past all these sick people, and she is going to go back and go to the general store.
Alrighty.
That was just a really good line.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Alright, let me... Oh, bugging out there. Let me just... Pop in. Bam. I would say bond up with Heather, but you're already there.
Yeah. Fuck.
I love that feeling of just like, yeah, we're already friends. We've done going through all this before. Are we? I mean, kind of.
Yeah, no, it counts. Fuck.
All right, so let me pop you in here.
So Orchestra's no longer invincible.
No.
But Orchestra is now invincible.
Yes.
Dope.
I lived,
holy
bitch.
shit. Yeah, no, I just had that fucking vibe coming in where it's like, oh, Heather dies on the 5th day. If I give Heather back her music box, what happens? I guess we're gonna fucking find out.
That's the bomb. So you come on inside again to the general store. There are some people that are waiting outside kind of frustratedly, but you're generally allowed to go on inside pretty easily, having received the keys. And as you go in, you notice a dashing yet sickly individual kind of leaning up against a store bench, just kind of waiting there. Illyria, welcome back. I should try to talk a little quieter. Yelling takes a lot of energy. But hi, yes, hello, welcome back.
No, it's okay. I've gotta run the shop at least for the morning. Did the doctor stop by?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I'll run things here. Hey, you know this store better than anyone, and well, I guess you're the one with that jukebox. She stops and thinks. I've got a project for today when I'm between orders.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna get the supplies to make you a music box of your own.
He kind of stops a bit and thinks, oh yeah, I've really wanted one ever since I saw that handy little thing in the diner.
Of course. So, well, I'm gonna give you a list of things to gather for me. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just take it easy.
Excellent. Yeah, I can handle that.
Wear a mask.
Okay, yes. Not for me, but for them.
Exactly.
He kind of stumbles back. We have some in the back. Hang on. He kind of walks off, and then, yeah.
So yeah, Illyria's going to spend her morning block just giving supplies to people.
Doing supplies to people, and as you do that, at some point, the doctor does come in.
I want nothing special from the scene with him. He just has to check on Beatrice. That's
absolutely.
it.
He's just going to go and do that. He's going to go and do that and do a little roll himself, and that'll be it. Yeah. So you basically handle that for now, and so give me one thing as you start to get ready. Beatrice's shop is open for the even morning and afternoon. You're not going to keep it open for the afternoon, but instead
Yes.
keep it open for the morning slot. And
Yeah, and she's. Let's also add this on. Tell Horace as he's going around to let everyone know that it is open for the morning only
Yes.
today.
So you can do that.
Yeah.
When that happens, everyone rushes in a
Of course.
swarm almost, because you know that everyone knows they've got 3 to 4 hours.
Yep.
The in terms of a doctor's call, this is not a good one, but in terms of getting shit done, it is, because everyone puts aside their concerns for safety just a little bit, because it doesn't matter, they need food. I'm gonna give me one do roll to try to corral people, and another die roll to attempt to avoid some of the damage you'll be taking from pure exhaustion of working customer service.
Yes. Oh boy. Okay. Let's.
Succeeding in the do roll will make the die roll easier.
Okay. Let me do this do roll. Boop.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you succeeded in that. The DC gets a little easier for the die roll.
So she is going to drop this pink swing, and as they come in, she's gonna do something that she hasn't done since session 0.
Oh, yeah?
Which is, she's gonna take one of her own potions for fucking clarity of mind.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna chug one of these Omni potions and force this to be a clash.
Okay. Alrighty.
My
Feel free to.
odds are good, but I'll take double damage from whatever would have happened if I fuck up.
10.
Ha!
Whoa.
I sucked, but I did better.
Yeah, you sucked, but so do people, so you win. You're just
oh,
like,
God bless that crit fail. Holy shit.
yeah, you're like, it's like, you know what it is?
Oh.
It's like, yeah, this sucks. It does suck. It's a sucky couple of hours, but also it's a break from the what you were doing. And by the time it starts to get old, or it would start to get old, it's over.
Yeah, no, I'd actually like to use, since I clashed in 1, can I construct a music box while I'm doing this?
Yes, you could do that.
Okay, excellent.
All right, yeah, you managed to construct a bit of a music box with that. Yeah, and you kind of get you gotta get Horace's help throughout
No!
Hey, I'm going to help you with this music box, Illyria. The doctor heads out at some point a bit through. I mean, maybe roll for Beatrice's condition. But yeah, like, everything goes well on your front. That's good.
Okay. She, having wrapped up all the shit, she's going to, shut up! Having resolved her,
Okay, doctor, good job.
Oh boy. Good job, you're killing it.
So yeah, having resolved this.
Having resolved this, she's going to go up and check on the doctor / Beatrice.
Alrighty, sure. Horace, I'll close stuff up all easy now.
Thank you very much.
He vaults on over and moves with the weight of him. Yeah, he does sell it pretty well. He's moving with confidence that Horace would have, and yet is, well, doing it in a way that is obviously taking a toll on his body. But is it? You're not sure. He's doing a really good job. He's making you worried.
He's an actor.
He's an actor. So, you kind of head back on up here.
Okay, here we go.
And I'll just put him back on here.
Just gonna open the door and come in.
You do that. You come in, and yeah, you see the doctor there checking up on her. And he kind of looks and sees, and it's just like, he kind of stops moving around. Have you already given her medicine?
Yeah, we did earlier. She thinks about that for a bit and then is going to watch his reaction.
It's pretty imperceptible, but he does speak up again and is like, if we give her, he kind of thinks, I'm noticing changes in the symptoms. It would obviously not be the best if I were to administer my own medicine immediately
Of
after
course.
yours, so we're not going to do that.
Okay.
But beyond that, I can't per se change much about her symptoms currently. She's come down rather quickly with this. And you're saying this is accelerating this quickly now?
Yes.
I wasn't sick yesterday. He gotta thinks, it's getting even faster. What is this thing?
Don't worry about it too much. Just do whatever you can to create a cure. I'm doing whatever I can on my end.
Have you found anything?
Well, we'll see the results. She motions to Beatrice.
I suppose so. All right. The doctor begins to head out then. Good luck with them, and good luck with the apartment.
Of course.
I heard something unfortunate on my way here.
What's that?
The hotel at the top part of the district has had an outbreak within it as well.
I was actually going to check on that later today.
I was always concerned about it. It was quite frankly horribly kept together regardless of what I told people to do.
Yeah.
And at this point, well, this is just what happens, I suppose. He kind of cracks the door open. Good luck today, Illyria.
Yeah, hold on. She raises a hand. I saw to Heather. She's resting now.
I see. Good.
She's trying really hard for you.
I'm trying really hard for her.
I'd like to roll to empathize with him.
Okay, sure.
They're bonuses to empathizing with the doctor.
Okay.
My roll sucked, but try to beat it. I've got Heather bonuses.
Okay, let's see what he do. I mean, die. Okay, let's see. If he looks...
It's got a 10, and then he can increase.
He is going to lock something in,
Mm.
and he succeeds.
Oh, shit, he's got a +5 and something. Jesus. 5+.
4 or 5. Because it would match with the die.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess. So I don't think it's blue because blue is my doctor stat. I think and I think the emotion.
What are you aiming for is a good point too.
He
what
just
are you trying
said
to empathize with? Yeah.
that bit at the end where he's like, I'm doing my best for her. What is his determined stat? What is his drive? I'm gonna guess red. I'm gonna guess he's feeling red after that moment of like, I'm gonna do my best for her.
You do that, and in this case, no, actually.
Okay. So yeah, she doesn't get a read on this guy. Mask too thick.
Mask's too thick. And as he kind of steps out, you're just kind of left there again a bit with that guy.
Oh boy. Okay. Beatrice, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, I think.
Fine. He checked on you and confirmed your symptoms?
Yeah, just did the same thing you did.
Okay.
Basically.
That was Illyria's big goal, was to get him to check and confirm her symptoms. So she stops and looks at the desk. Is it okay if I pull a chair over?
Oh, sure, no problem.
I was actually just hoping to talk a bit.
Okay, sure thing.
Keeping you. She said, She sets the chair down, keeping you awake and like, I guess, present will actually help you recover a lot quicker.
Let's see. She kind of reaches and struggles around underneath the blanket and pulls up a towel and dabs her head with it. I got I mean, in some ways, I feel real cold. Got this weird sweats though, and everything. But I mean, I also haven't really gotten to rest in a little bit. So I mean, it's like being a kid when you get real sick, but you know you don't gotta go to school. It's kind of nice, I guess.
Oh, where did you go to school?
Oh, we didn't always. Well, I used to live a little out more of the country. We have a vineyard. She actually kind of like kicks her feet under the blanket a little bit, and just kind of like kicks and directs your attention right over here. That's our brands there. Don't have too much of it left, but I used to kind of grew up out there. So small, tiny little school, only about there's only about 7-8 kids in my class.
Oh.
But,
she looks over at the bottles of wine. Did it close up?
Yeah, it closed up a bit. I ended up I stayed out there a lot with Uncle, and it's usually where I more grew up. The Mom and Pop were staying on the shop in Indigo, and a little worried at some point. Things weren't looking so well there, so they sent us out a place where we could be good, safe, and turned out quite the opposite. The shop took off and the vineyard shut down, so a bit of a miscalculation on their part.
She smiles and she like fiddles with one of the bottles of wine in her hands. Well, I'm sure this will be a collector's item one day.
Absolutely.
All the richest families in Indigo will fight over these.
I hope so. I'm sure that will be that. I might not see that, but I'm sure someone will. I hope someone will.
Illyria picks up on that a bit. Why do you say that?
Well, I don't know. Don't, She kind of thinks a bit. I'm gonna roll to die.
Yeah. Ooh!
Which one would this click in with? I think
That's
I know.
a juicy one.
But,
It's a fucking
okay.
12.
Yeah. I'm gonna lock it in. She locks in a color. She kind of leans back. Not quite sure I'll very much get to see. Lost a lot of family. The ones that I don't get to see are all about the country. The ones that I did get to see aren't around anymore. And I don't say I got too much in the way of friends or loves or anything like that. So I guess in a way this shop is mine. And I'm happy about that. But it's a little sad knowing that might be the last Alvier in the Alvier General Store. Unless Horace wants to take over. She kind of smiles a bit. He's running that old diner though, and I'm sure he's set on that.
Illyria exhales, and she's trying to... God, she remembers what Horace said last night, that even Horace was missing from this, from Beatrice's life. And she suddenly fully fucking understands why he refused to let her alone. Okay. She takes a second to center herself. This is a level of confrontation Illyria Testudo does not know if she's up for. She's kind of a chicken shit, but she's going to go for it. She exhales slowly and says, "Do you mind if I put on some music?" She's gonna put the music box down and get it rolling. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You put down that music box. One moment.
Yep.
She sits down, leans, and looks over, and looks and kind of like curiously at that music box. And then it starts playing off that tune. And she kind of like holds it a bit, and yeah, you set it straight. It plays through the air.
And Illyria is going to reach out and take Beatrice's hand. Says, I want you to listen very, very carefully to me. Even if you've forgotten those people, even if they've drifted away, even if you're the last one in this general store, that doesn't erase the feelings they had for you. She looks down. You said you didn't have friends or loves, but I care about you a lot. And regardless of what happens here, I will remember you. And, Illyria slowly exhales. And, no matter what comes, no matter how this all ends, I know Horace cares about you too.
Where'd you get that song? Where'd you get that song? Why have I heard that song before? Why have I heard that song before? Where have I heard that song before? She reaches her hand up and holds on to yours, kind of looking over to the side, hearing the words you're saying, but a bit distracted. Please play it again. Please play it again.
Illyria does so.
And on that second listen through, Beatrice finally starts to cry a little bit. She kind of looks over at the box, leaning over on her pillow, looking at it as her hat kind of discarded to the side. Her dog kind of curls up next to her a little closer, and she holds on to them, but looks at that box as the music plays through it. And I'm gonna roll the die again for her. Oops.
Please, for the love of fucking God, please, I swear to Christ.
Jeez. She stops a bit, and no, Illyria, please stop it. Stop it.
Illyria's actually she's going to take the box and gently, fuck, what a decision. Yeah, no, she's going to keep the box open.
Okay. You let the music play on for another rotation then.
And Illyria's going to lean in. I know how much it must hurt to have lost, and how easy it could be to forget that. I know that for now, it seems much easier to curl up in a dream, that this is the kindest place for you to be. But for all of us, and especially for you, you need to remember.
She sits there for a moment and kind of holds. No, I don't. It's not my shop anymore. It's not my shop. It's not mine. Everyone left. She kind of turns over and looks you in the eye a bit. No, I don't want to remember it. Please don't make me remember it.
Illyria leans down. Oh, God. I'm gonna roll versus my flaw.
Okay.
This is literally causing a patient pain.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta deal with that. Okay.
You take damage from this.
I take a significant amount of damage from
Yeah.
this. Fuck me up, mate.
You take 8 damage from this.
As powerful as a Kazuya stare.
Yeah. Had to be.
Illyria reels backwards, and she sees the desperation in Beatrice's eyes, and all of those memories come flooding through her head. Those moments that she wanted to be a doctor. She wanted to be there. She wanted to help people. She would get to surgery. She would get to the open wound. She would get to the exact point to figure out what needed to be done, and she would be unable to do it because the part of healing people, the part that isn't glorified, is the bit where sometimes short-term pain can cause long-term healing. And for a moment, she runs over in her head. Maybe Beatrice needs to rest a little bit longer. Maybe she's not ready to face this. Maybe it would be the better thing to do as a doctor to give her the time she needs to cope and recuperate. And I'm gonna lock in one of those wild swings.
Mm-hmm.
No. In some cases, that is certainly absolutely the best path. For Illyria, it took years for her to grow out of her issues, and hell, she's still riddled with them. But in this case, Illyria looks around. She takes in the environment. She realizes exactly what's going on here. No, in this instance, the pain of realization will not be equal to the pain that the plague causes. There are some dreams that are worth living in. There are some that are comforting, that are capable of growing you as a person. This dream is a sickness. And in order for Beatrice to grow, even in the immediate, even if Beatrice winds up hating Illyria, she has to free her from this toxic mess. So, yeah, she's locking in that wild swing, and she's going to lean down once again and go, Beatrice, I am so sorry, but now I'm gonna have to ask you to remember. You're gonna have to think. You're gonna have to think about those bottles of wine, and you're going to have to think about this store, and you're going to have to think about Horace. Because if you don't, this dream will claim you.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah.
This is a conversation fight.
Yeah, okay.
So, you have bonded up twice with Illyria, or no, with
Beatrice.
So, I'm gonna tell you two of her attributes.
Yeah.
Ask for red, blue, or yellow twice.
Give me blue.
Romanticist.
Okay. Give me yellow.
Capitalist.
Okay. Fucking fantastic. So how does she respond?
She is gonna lock in. Well, let's look at what she rolled previously. She's gonna lock in blue.
Okay.
And she stops and kind of looks at you, and yeah, that's that thing. Illyria, please, I don't know what's going on in my head, but it's it's like it's not a good feeling. That's kind of like the feeling I get when I'm like those bad feelings you get when you really don't like a story and the way it's going. I just close those down, you know? Let's pick this up a different day. I'm not feeling too good.
Illyria Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Illyria's going to shake her head. No. In this instance, there's actually no better time to discuss this. In order to start healing in this case, you can't run away from this. Unfortunately, this is one of those things that'll come find you even if you run. You've, until you acknowledge that something has happened, we can't actually begin the healing process.
All right, make a roll.
Okay. Let's... Oh, boy. Please. Oh!
Ooh.
She gets that roll to die.
What she does in return.
Of course she rolls good now!
Of course she rolls good now.
Yeah.
That's also, it's not quite correct, but that's the same total, actually, so yeah.
So do I take damage?
Don't think you take damage in this case.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be that she defended, so doesn't that mean... attacks now?
Yeah, that means that she gets to then roll to do versus me.
Yeah. And she kind of turns around and is like, let's see what she does. Okay, you rolled a die for me here. I kind of want to gauge what she says based off what, you know. Ooh, okay, yeah. He's like, are you sure? I don't know, Illyria. Doesn't feel good at all. Feels like you're hurting me more.
I'm gonna take damage from that because Illyria would hit me with the number.
Okay. Roll a die for me again, actually.
Okay.
You've beat her die here, but... Fucking...
Okay,
no!
She's like, no! She looks at all the fucking plague around her and is like, let's put this in perspective for a second. Illyria exhales. Okay. I know that, I know probably better than anyone that a malady of the heart can reflect the physical. In this instance, unfortunately, your body is being physically controlled by your heart. I'm not saying we should rush through. I'm not saying that you need to confront every ugly reality, but I need you to recognize that there is something happening right now and that I can help you with it. There's my doctoring, so now we clap.
Yes. All right.
God damn!
Oh. Actually, I don't think she can argue this with her blue stat. So I think she's just gonna have to drop that and go normal die.
Okay.
Because yeah, she's just not really can't think of an argument for her to counter that with that. So said she's just gonna die.
Okay, that's good, but
Damn
enough fucking wins. So now she gets to lock into something else.
She'll go red. Alrighty. She kind of clicks more on that point of like, no, I can't. I'm not gonna be good for the rest of this if I know now. I can't. It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help if I figure out. I was fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Is she gonna roll to do versus me?
Yeah, she's gonna go in and she kind of thinks, Illyria, I'm sick, but I'm fine. I told you not, so stop, please.
Okay, that wins.
Okay. Let's see. You take 4 damage then.
Illyria dying in real time here.
Oof. All right, but now it's your go.
She's going to Illyria's going to hear the "I said it's fine, so stop," and she comes back again, and Illyria's starting to doubt her own rightness in this. She knows for a fucking fact that if she can make her remember, she'll be free of the plague. In fact, almost everything hinges on this, but hell, maybe the plague is kinder for her. And that hits her brain for a second, and she stops herself. No. I honestly have to do this. Okay. She's gonna drop her swing. Okay. I won't force you to remember exactly everything that you're missing, like the vineyards, etc. But do me a favor. Think about Horace for a second here. Think about what he'd want. Would he want you to be bedridden here? Then she stops. I don't want to bring Horace up, but she motions with her hand to the music box. He's actually the one that asked me to make that for you.
She stops and looks at the box again and kind of looks back to you. What? Why? What? All right, make a. Are you wilding with this one or?
Yes.
All right, let's see how she does. Whoops.
Okay, that's still good.
Mm. She's got a good chance on this. Nope. No, that hits. That hits the spot.
Okay.
She thinks of Horace, and you feel that. You feel that one. That resounds very, very, very deep. She does think about Horace, and well, Horace is kind of like a black hole in her heart. Dig her she deep, she can't seem to find anything past that point. 6 damage, 7 damage if you want to pull up and equip per bond gift that you have.
She's not gonna do that.
Okay. But she does stop in that moment. And no, that's why I don't want him to go away again. Is he gonna go away? Is that where this is going?
Illyria grabs her hand again. He won't. In fact, that music box is a promise he never, ever will.
She stops a bit, and, well, actually, I'm gonna say she's breathing a bit heavily and gripping your hand tight, and she's gonna grab her other hand just kind of shakily and grab one of the flowers and kind of chew on it. You notice her breathing stop being as erratic for a moment as she kind of clicks back, and she's gonna drop her color.
Okay.
And she's gonna swing wild at you.
Well, that makes sense.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof. I think I know what that means then.
Okay.
She stops a bit, and she looks at you, and she's like...
I gotta roll to die. Okay, dope.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna... You don't mean that in the way I want you to mean that, do you? He's...
No.
She stops a little bit. Make me a roll.
Okay. Whew.
Me roll plain. She looks. Oof, yeah, 6 more. She stops there for a moment and is like, "You're he's I don't have a brother named Horace, do I?"
Illyria slowly shakes her head no.
I thought not. It doesn't really make sense. I don't remember him at the vineyards. I only remember my times here. All up here in the shops and the diner and the... He's never... She pulls herself back a little bit, and let me turn her real quick as she sits up very slightly on the bed a little. No, he's... You mean I won't forget him again, though, right? That's not... What? No. She kind of stops again, just barely holding on, kind of sitting up again, and she kind of looks at you. At the end, it is just gonna all go back to nothing, though, isn't it? If all this ends, I'm just gonna have no shop again. Everyone's gonna be out of the district. Gonna be out my brother again, and that's it.
I'll roll to die versus that. I think that's probably gonna fucking destroy me. Okay, deal your damage.
All right.
That's a really
3 damage.
That's a really strong one. Okay, that's...
You already knew that. It's just painful to have her realize it too.
Yep. And Illyria can't honestly dispute it. She when there are a few things I had to admit when I came here. One of them is this place and this plague is the most unkind thing in the world. But a huge part of it is custom tailored to make us want to accept it. I wanted to be here because it made me useful. I wanted to be here so I could wander around the outside. I wanted to be here so I could make friends. And if this all stops, if I recognize how fake it is, I won't be useful anymore. I'll be the same old faceless Illyria, too afraid to go outside. But I have to believe that what we experienced here wasn't all for nothing. Everyone here is fighting to the best of their ability. You're fighting too, even if you can't see it. She's gonna grip Beatrice's hand a little more tightly. Everything we've seen here is going to fade away. But that doesn't mean it'll be gone. The bonds we tied here will carry on into the future. And, all the pain we went through too, well, I'm sorry to make you lose your brother again, but it's time for you to recognize exactly how much Horace meant to you by not holding on to a facsimile of him.
Alright, make me a roll for that then.
I swear to God, if I get a crit fail, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
That's not a crit fail. She cannot physically beat that roll. You're gonna try it anyway. Nope. That's enough to take her down to 0. As she holds tight to your hand. And no, I suppose it wouldn't it? You feel it kind of snap. Just like that. So Beatrice gets up off the bed, or kind of sits up straight. Holds herself there. She turns to and kind of holds onto her dog and gives him a big hug. And then she speaks a word. I'm sorry, Illyria. You're just trying to do the right thing. I'm sorry.
Illyria, like, fucking relaxes back in the chair, fucking emotionally and physically exhausted after all that.
She kind of
No,
moves up for a moment.
No.
She kind of sits on the edge there and holds onto your hand and just, no, please, I'm a rightful way too scared recently. What you said about being useful, I think I feel that. I just trouncing around town, no objective in mind, no one to talk to. And I guess it was easy for me to go through that door again. After all, she kind of looks around. This is my home for a long time. Fond memories of the vineyard, but this is where I learned to be me. This is when the district finally shut down. We had to evacuate out. There wasn't enough people here to justify having a shop. It's gonna go bankrupt anyways. Safety, get back to Central. And that was too much, I guess. Couldn't bear to lose the last bit of me here, I guess. It had all of them, and she stops for a moment. God, I can't even remember their name, but I know it had all of them here. It felt like maybe if I just camped out here for a little bit longer, maybe they all come back, you know?
Well, I guess there's one kind thing about this place. It got to be the place that you found yourself again. You were, strong enough to snap yourself out of this. I don't think I can give you enough credit for that. So, even if indulging temporarily in the idea that they might come back, that this place might have been a haven for you, you're strong enough to stand on your own.
Yeah, I know that. I kind of remember that. I just... God, I don't want to stand on my own, really. I don't. That's what I'm realizing more than anything right now.
Well, you don't have to. Illyria stands up and offers her a hand.
Good. You kind of stands up and then pulls herself a little closer, and you feel her wrap her arms around you lightly and just hold on. Thank you, Illyria. I really do like you.
She pats her on top of the head. Now, if I were a good doctor, I couldn't show bias. I'd have to go and treat the next patient and all that stuff. Unfortunately, I'm a hack fraud, so she takes a step back and smiles under her mask. Once again, none of it comes through. I'm glad I could help you specifically. You are actually a lot alike, and being around you has helped me too.
I'm glad. Glad old Beatrice could keep you company.
I haven't made a... She waves her hand. I haven't made a habit of this because I didn't want to spoil the illusion for too many people, but... Well, on the other side of all this, if you still want to see Illyria, I'd be happy to talk again.
She nods her head. I'd very much like to see Illyria. She kind of thinks a little bit, Oh, gosh. Uh, caught myself being literal there.
Oh. Illyria, like, fuck, she sighs and actually unclips the mask.
She looks at you again and she smiles. Thank you. She kind of holds on to your hands. Is Illyria smiling, or what's her facial expression? How's she feeling?
Illyria's smiling right now, but I think the thing that she's giving away mostly right now is how fucking red and swollen her eyes are. She was crying for literally the entire conversation, and literally only the mask stopped that from being given away.
Oh. She stops again, and then it goes, honey. She moves up and gives you another hug, this time for you.
She like re-clips the mask, and I'm glad to help. Really am. Wish it wasn't the hardest thing in the world, but I'm glad to help.
It ain't. Sorry about. No, thank you for indulging me. No, not sorry. Thank you. You really. You're the best.
Illyria starts crying under the mask again. This time she's very, very glad that the mask is on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks. Feeling actually useful. Actually useful is new. Not sure how to handle it.
She kind of holds herself there for a bit. Well, I can say something myself as well. I think I felt that similarity or something along those lines. I saw how much you were doing and how much you were working, and I couldn't help but feel like, in some way, that I wanted to help you out with that, because it didn't seem right fair to me that you're supposed to be struggling through all that by yourself. Didn't seem like you were taking on many hands, so I tried to give you mine when I could. Guess I was right. Rightfully ignorant of myself in that way. But I guess that's maybe why too. She stops a bit. You are... You're a great person, Illyria. And I'm happy I got to meet you.
Illyria's gonna fucking... Oh man, I don't... I feel like, I don't... Oh man, I don't know how she reacts. I don't know if that is exactly what she wanted to hear, and like...
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking mixture of emotions. Yeah, she finally hears the you're a great person, and she hears this level of validation that a few things happen there.
Mm-hmm.
She was very careful not to say Illyria Testudo, which is important to her now. She's starting to realize, and she hears you're a great person, and you helped me actually. And she realizes that this sensation that's growing inside of her is I don't she's starting to understand what actual gratitude feels like, and I don't know how she's comprehending it. I'm gonna give her a roll to die.
Yeah, clear your blue.
Yeah, clear that blue,
Or 6 anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna retake that blue.
It's the only attribute that was hers.
Okay. Let me double check what my new attributes are. His empty face, acting with feeling, and performing her duties. I think, yeah. I think this is I think this is the moment that Illyria zips it all together. I think this is probably the moment that she gains her sense of purpose, actually. Performing her duties. Yeah, I can't quite think of anything else for that. So yeah, she feels that you're a great person just fucking wash over her like a clear tide, and she thinks back on the last few days, specifically these sequences of 3 days. They all follow a similar pattern, and her mind starts to put it together. The first 3 days followed a simple pattern of confusion, defeat, and then wasting away, becoming literally nothing more than a corpse. Honestly, the way that she's lived a lot of her life. No hobbies, no interests, etc. Just sort of carrying on and hoping that something would show up. And then day 3-2 started a new cycle, another sequence of 3, and instead of confusion, there was purpose. And instead of defeat in this moment, she starts to feel light. This sensation is extremely foreign to her. Is this victory? Her chest feels like it's on fire, and she connects up the strings. Defeat was so much easier to accept. She starts to wonder actually if she deserves this. Looking back, helping out orchestra, convincing Horace, and now helping Beatrice, breaking them all out of their own individual dreams and getting genuinely thanked. Not those false thanks of the dream. Not that lip service of being a doctor, but a genuine thanks. So bright it kind of burns. I'm gonna roll the die again.
Alrighty.
And she lets that feeling... Oh, yeah, you go.
Yep, okay. That's a 4th D6. Do you want to lock that in?
Yes.
Okay. What would you call that?
Fuck. Oh my god.
What is this feeling? What is this?
Healing.
Healing. That's good.
Oh, fuck me.
You feel it first, and took a while to truly get what it meant. You kind of feel it because in this state, it's both something that was given to you, and yet also something that finished from within. You feel it kind of resound as, yeah, you think to some degree you understand this now. And as you sit there,
oh, you had it ready.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, she revels in this feeling, and like, yeah, feels like the sun coming up. But it's almost like it's not a gorgeous feeling. It's not all illuminating. In fact, aspects of it feel almost rusted. Like those parts of her body that she decided to neglect. All those parts of her mind that were tucked away for years are finally seeing the light of day, and well, this dream has laid bare all of her ugliness, and taking almost the lesson from when she was yelling at Beatrice, it all all that rust begins to actually fix itself up bit by bit. And, even she draws it back, that moment from when she was locked in the deepest despair. Even broken things can be fixed. They can be replaced by something better. And in this moment, Illyria feels like she's become something more than the person she attributed herself to be all those long years. The tears sort of stop. She, looks down at Beatrice and she flashes a smile, the very first one that you can see and feel through the mask. Says, "Thank you. I'm,
Oh no, that hurt me. The level of genuine happiness in that. Oof.
And she's gonna stand up and,
Hey.
Right. It's about time I wake up too.
Mm-hmm. You feel a very light hand pat on your shoulder real quick there. You're doing real good again. I think I'd really like to get to know you more after all this is done.
It's a promise.
Thank you. She kind of stops a bit there. So, I guess to a degree, that means I'm with you till this all ends. If you need any help, let me know. But also, don't expect me to do too much. I'm still just shopkeep and don't got no secret techniques or nothing like that.
Illyria sort of chuckles at that. Of course, you've already done more for me than I could ever ask of anyone. She taps her chest.
She kind of puts a hand up to her face. Oh, I'm glad about that.
Thanks for helping to fix me. She starts to walk away, and then kind of like she walks outside and then actually like loops back around, peeking her head back in. And that bit you said about I'm with you until all this is over. I mean, after all this is over, I'm still with you.
Oh, she stops a bit. Oh heavens, I'm gonna go cry again. Oh,
It's
I'm happy to be with you as long as you'll have me.
Kind of nice to have somebody out there waiting for me, you know?
Yeah, I'd say the same. Good luck, honey.
She smiles and leaves, bowing slightly on the way out.
Alrighty. You see the thing, of course. You
Yeah,
gotta see the
of
thing,
course.
Of course.
Oh my god, there's a new The Thing!
Yeah, there's a new The Thing. There was last time, too. Oh, the new The Thing. Alright. And, yeah, let me just...
Oh, my heart feels better.
Yeah. You pop outside and... the hornet's there. Oh, well... how'd it go?
She walks over, she sits down. I like your sister a lot.
I like her too. He kind of like just sits there for a moment and kind of hops up to the other side of the couch and like leans back on it. So, guess I'll be leaving her in good hands.
She looks at him. I guess so. However, she does lean in. In a lot of ways, you won't be leaving her at all. Don't get all noble and self-sacrificing on me.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, at the end of the day, I more mean, you know, just in the practical sense. I mean, leaving her for, like, I need someone to watch over you too, you get. I of course just gotta... The door opens up again and she steps through. And in that moment, Horace paused. It seems like he really doesn't have anything to say at this point. Hi! She kind of steps on over. Kind of sits on down right next to there. I don't know how to put this. That's besides the obvious way, but kind of turns over. You're not my old brother, aren't you? I'm not. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. I still love you. Oh. Hey, great. I'm really happy about that. He kind of stops a bit. She moves over and gives him a big old hug, and he kind of returns it real quick. Maybe we can take some time to talk, and thank you for that nice gift. Don't thank me. He kind of turns his head over.
Illyria shakes her head, waving, points back at him.
No, you know, I didn't do a thing, honestly. I just
Looks at Beatrice, shakes her head again.
She kind of shakes back. You are such a little... She kind of like noogies his head a bit. Reaching up really high to do that. I don't really know how to cry, but I'm really happy in a weird way. I guess that's the last part of the... He kind of stops a bit and leans back against the couch. Thank you, Illyria.
Illyria leans
Thank you.
forward. Don't mention it. You helped me more than once, and shop's scheduled to be closed for the rest of today. Why don't you take some time for each other?
He nods his head silently, and Beatrice is like, damn straight. I got a lot of questions about you, sir. She kind of like points at him. Yeah. Kind of stops and turns. You should probably get going, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check on the hotel.
Maybe. You should be careful. He probably felt that one.
Probably.
He nods his head. His Beatrice has been severed from the delusion. And she, who was afflicted with the plague, most likely had a tie to the Plague Master himself.
Yep, that makes sense. Oh boy. Well, Illyria looks around the room. Okay, well, I'm going to make a hasty exit. Could I ask you two a favor?
They both kind of look.
Could you just go check on the dog really quick? I want to make sure they're doing okay.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. She kind of goes on through and gives a call and kind of comes.
Motions with Horace. You go.
Okay, he runs through as well.
Illyria goes through this door that was a fucking entrance to the backstage.
Yeah, you do. And as you click through, you reach forward and grab, and yeah, you see the signs of like, hey, a closet on this end.
Yeah.
And then you kind of move through and you step through that thin, almost like plastic sheet wrap of illusion that sits there and you move on through, and you leave. Let's call
That scene was really good and hurts.
Yeah. Let's call like a 15-minute break or so there.
15-minute break. Okay. Just to let you know what Illyria's plan is for the backstage. She is literally going to find the first door, open it, and go out.
Okay. Awesome.
There's nothing complicated, nothing like, ooh, and now it's time for me to conspire with orchestra. No, it's literally just open door, leave. I don't want to that serves two purposes. One, any distance that I could put between myself, Zenith, and the bees is a good thing. Two, I don't want to show the door opening to the shop and have people be like, "Hey, what the hell? Now we can rush in."
Yeah.
Slash, oh man, they're out now. Let's ransack the place. I want them to have a fucking nice evening.
Okay.
And three, it'll actually help me get out much faster.
Yeah, super fair. Alrighty, cool. In which case, enjoy. I'm putting on some nice break music.
Man,
Yeah.
Illyria might have a Veils date now.
Maybe if she's back in the city, then yeah, sure.
I hope
That
so.
would be sweet.
That'd be nice. Okay, go plan. Go scheme.
Yeah. Okay, let me just put on some sorrowful, but it's on theme. Right back.
Whew. That hurt. What a way to gain a fourth attribute, though. Illyria's now fully a mini-boss. Also, damn, getting a fourth attribute in Windrose is lit. It feels so good.
Ooh, I'm a little piece of shit.
Ooh, I'm such a naughty little boy. Naughty. They call me the Mean Bean Machine.
Bugman is just doing what bugmen do.
It's a wee bit stinky.
Stinky boy.
Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you.
What does he turn back into? Because normally in those videos,
Yeah, they turn back into something. Yeah.
is he just like a smaller bug with a little cape?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Oh no, little roly-poly.
I'm cute now. That's the secret ending of Wilting Vows, where Zenith is defeated and becomes a cute mascot character for Indigo.
Oh, worse yet, he turns into like really cute anime girl.
That's what he does a few 10 sessions into Indigo, where he gets his anime girl form.
Kia, wait for me. It's not like I like you or anything, Illyria.
I just imagine the fucking Zenith running in through the doors of Psycho's castle at this point. I'm just that level of character assassination.
God. Yeah, that would be the worst if he actually turned out really cute, but still had that voice.
Yeah, with the breathing.
Dreadful. Hey, fan artists.
Okay, Teach, how you doing today?
Mask 1 Google later.
Julie. Teach, get it together. You're in a plague apocalypse. You can't keep thinking about Julius all day. Julie. Teach. Alright, got this emergency one if he takes 2. If there's a bit of delay, I got this one right here.
Oh. Oh. We'll just keep that in our back pocket. You know, as a treat.
I gotta put bugs everywhere.
Do it.
Hey, Will.
Eh?
Can you help me put bugs everywhere?
Oh. With you? Anything, boo. Where you at?
Thank you. I'm gonna drop
You
like
can,
a...
you can text me what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fine. Jay is currently deafened.
But the audience.
That's true. Those things do exist.
Those things?
And those things do exist.
Whatever they are.
Whatever they are.
The audience. I can edit. J-Man, you shouldn't have to do more work.
Don't do more work.
That's a good thing, because I'm putting them there already.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey!
Hey, bud.
Hide the memes. Ugh.
No more memes. No more
I
memes.
was finishing up the things I was getting ready.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. But I also wanted to chat with you real quick, just because
Yeah.
I did. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Nice. I am too. That was a lot, but also good.
That was a lot. I don't know
Like
what's left. I don't know what could be left.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
fun.
bet it's gonna be a lot too, because
Oh,
that's
yeah,
how
it
this
is.
game is.
That's how it be. We don't have much time. Gotta keep going. No time to stop. No breaks. But no, really, there are breaks. We've stopped a break for 30 minutes. We
Yeah.
stopped and got some fast food at Taco Bell.
Nice.
But yeah, yeah, I like that. That was a very different kind from last sessions in some ways.
Yeah, that one hurt a lot. It was great.
In that way, it is a lot like last sessions, but
This was a different kind of hurt.
this is a different kind. Yeah, you got a trivia out of it though. Oh right, I should upgrade your
Yes.
character
Oh,
sheet.
fuck.
I also the stuff here. Let me
Getting that,
it's character sheet time.
getting that 4th attribute feels so fucking raw.
Yeah, it's orange because that's the combined colors of your mentors, except not.
Oh, nice.
It's its own thing, and yeah, you took the shattered pieces of those attributes and made something new out of it.
That's fucking great.
Yeah. Let me just do a little orange tribute for you now. Whoops, that's orange text. That's not right. There we go.
Many.
All right, now we're calling this one light, right? No, not light. Fucking
Healing.
Yes. Healing. Good. I love that. Would you like to spend 10 experience to give yourself +1 in healing?
You know I'm gonna.
Excellent. And so now healing's at +1. I'm gonna drop you down to 8 experience again. You're gonna go up to 27 spent. And I wanted to let you know it is a good thing we stop and talk a bit about that, because along with that, you upgrade a lot of your gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Because every gift that was involving wild now applies to healing because you found the attribute.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's a great, because I looked at the flavor text for it, and it was my master broken. It falls to me to piece them back together into the face I want to wear.
Oh, that's fucking great.
And I'm gonna add on that's healing to the end of that, and some fucking
a healing.
emo fucking thing. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and well that way this. So, oh yeah, it works. You basically, the ability now is simply, you unlock healing attribute. Dropping a healing swing counts as any color of your choice for the purpose of Alchemicraft.
Nice. Okay, dope.
Yeah. And yeah, that's good.
That tracks.
Yeah, do.
That's some really good synergy.
Yeah, you gave an Omni to Beatrice and one to yourself too, right? No.
Yeah.
You used a clarity thing on yourself, not an Omni, I don't think, right? No,
that was a Omni.
Yeah, so you're out of Omnis.
Yeah.
But no, wait.
Those were my carryovers from yesterday, so I've still got 2.
You got 2, yeah.
Which is good because I'm at 5 HP.
3 because you got to
Fuck, you're right.
Beatrice, so your extra bag is full of Omnis.
Oh, that's good. I was a dumbass and I chugged the Omni Potion before I took damage. So I was like, yeah, I need this for the roll effect, and then I got fucking trucked for 17 HP.
All of your healing items are an extra bag. Feel free to use one if you think you'll need it, but
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, okay. And is there any other? No, that was all of them, I think. Oh wait, I need to change stand firm now.
Yeah, you do.
There we go.
I think I'm gonna get fucked up going into that hotel. Let me double check how many fucking potions. We've done a good job of running through literally every single potion. Okay, yeah, I've got 2. I can theoretically heal 12 HP, but that would put me out the ability to heal others. Whew.
Yeah.
Okay. But I've got 3.
It's so nice to see healing the Order tribute sitting there now. That feels real good.
Feels good. Maybe with that attribute, I'll take less damage.
Maybe. You'll have an extra D6 now, so.
Extra D6 is pretty powerful.
Yeah. I think mathematically, that averages you out to about even with the DCs you've been going against.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
Yeah. With a slight lead, because every stat is a +1, so regardless of what you lock in, you will be slightly, yeah. Alright, yeah, I think your sheet's upgraded then. Congratulations! Illyria is even stronger now.
That's pretty cool. 4th attribute feels pretty cool. She still has no attacking moves.
No, it's fine though. You cannot hurt her. She will do drugs if you try to hurt her. All she can do is destroy you with facts and logic.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, okay, cool. So, let me take a look-see then. Your plan was to just head on running through and run through the forest and... forest.
Yeah.
Back rooms.
Yeah, run through the fucking back rooms.
Yeah. The forest of rooms in the back. Alrighty, so let's see. Will, are you done with the prep on your end?
Yeah. I think
Alright,
I'm
cool.
good to go.
You'd always stop for another 5 minutes or so if there's any last touches. I think we're good.
No, I think we're rocking. I don't think
Nice.
there's anything else I gotta do here.
Alrighty, so let me just drag us over here. Yeah, alrighty. I think I know I'm going to bring you out here. So, okay. So, are you ready?
I am ready.
Good shit. Okay. All right.
I kind of want to. Oh man, I want to see the hotels. I also want to see that fucking mansion.
Well, I have some good news for you.
Yeah.
As you run out, you basically fuck it wherever we're going. You run through the first door you can find, and you do pop out in a mansion.
Oh shit.
No, wait. No, this isn't a mansion. You see the mansion, but you kind of shift your head back and forth a bit as you're kind of moving, and you feel yourself kind of like, what, I'm in front of the mansion. But as you step, the steps you take, you feel crunching under your feet of dirt, and you reach up and with your hand almost instinctually and you touch a branch. As you seem to have come out of the woods right behind a mansion.
Okay. Weird. All right, I'm just gonna move.
And you start to move. And as you move, almost immediately, you hear a buzzing coming from behind you as a voice almost rings out throughout the area.
Illyria, I think we need to have a little chat.
She freezes.
Illyria. Oh, sweet, sweet Illyria.
Illyria, roll your flaw for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Fucking bomb ass shit.
Oh, fuck. That move immediately.
Illyria's gonna lock in instinct off of that too.
Okay.
So it's not instinct anymore. Oh man, the bugs pour in. Fuck, what do? Do I run? No.
All right. So that will be fighting against your instinct, which would be to run in this case.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck. So the way my flaw works is if I lock in red, I have to obey my instinct.
Essentially, it's the thing where, if due to your immediate response to your fear, I think we didn't run it that way once, but it was kind of worked because you were kind of working against it.
Yeah.
But the idea is that if you want to stay in an area with insects and you're pulling out your instinct swing, that will then require you to either do something about them or flee. Like you are addressing them when you block in that instinct.
I'll lock in the empty face, empty bullshit swing instead.
Sounds good.
And I'll chill. I'll just chill. I'm gonna chill for a sec, and then I'll start to walk into the fucking bugs.
You notice someone following you from where you came from the trees.
Hello, Illyria.
Hello, Zenith.
You mind enlightening me? Why I felt a sudden snap?
She remembers the promise from earlier today. No secrets. So, she loosens up. Yeah, I cured the plague.
You cured it, did you? Is that why so many suffer in your absence? You have any idea what a mess the apartment is right now.
She bites her lip.
You
Yeah,
didn't even think of that, did you?
I'm on my way there right now.
Were you? Wonderful. I presume we could maybe go together. Like I said, Illyria. As a friend, I did everything I could to ensure you had more time. I wrapped up a couple. There's probably many, many more.
She sharply inhales. Okay. Let's go then.
Yes. Let's.
She's going to slowly open the store and come in.
You start to take those steps forward, and yeah, it seems you see some sun peeling through as you kind of start moving in, and yeah, you can keep going.
I keep
As-
going.
Moving through that door, suddenly a swarm more just seem to be sitting at the door waiting for you.
Should I roll to die again?
Maybe, yeah, but you can keep 5 with this.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Okay, cool. She looks at all the people who are gathered up here and, yeah, she's got to do something about the bugs. So she's going to hurriedly rush in and try to grab them and pull them out.
You attempt to pull them out, and they almost kind of resist and put you back a little as you kind of start to do that. It's like the woman right across from you, please unhand us. We're quite fine, they say. Bodies covered with these things.
You don't see the bugs?
What? Of course not. What are you doing in here? You're not an invited guest.
Hold on. Where am I? What's going on?
This is the Valro Mansion. Don't you understand that? She kind of looks at you. Were you attempting to steal food?
Larry almost looks at Zenith yeah, I can see where this is going.
Wouldn't be the first time she's taken something.
Squints through mask, squints back at this lady.
You know what you did.
No, I'm not attempting to steal food. I'm a doctor. I've got a written note if that's your thing.
She steps forward, the thing's almost seeming to shift with her as she moves. And let me just get that. As, yeah, she kind of moves forward a little bit. They kind of flank her, and she moves forward and raises a hand up.
She's gonna hand over the piece of paper she got from the doctor.
All right, you do so, and she inspects it. Very well. My apologies then. Quite on edge recently.
It's fine. Are there any instances of plague within your house? Illyria says, fucking batting the bugs out of her face.
No, there is not. We are quite under control here.
And is it just you three in here?
Well, we have the guest, we have our servants, we have the young master, and that's about it.
Sorry, forgive me for asking. Who are you?
Me?
Yes.
I'm Miss Serrata.
What's your looking over here like looking back and forth what do you do here?
I am the head maid of this establishment.
Okay.
This family.
I hope would it be okay if I performed a basic check on... She's constantly looking at this door. Would it be okay if I performed a check on this household? See the young master, I suppose?
On such short notice.
Yeah,
I'm afraid not, no. We would ask you to leave. Not actually. If you want to try to convince her, you can. But
I'm gonna try to convince her. Oh, is it bad?
Oh, let's see. Ooh.
Oh, she did good.
You see that, Illyria? They don't need you. Or maybe it's that they don't want you.
Illyria's gonna use her fucking plague sense to see if she's gonna basically push her senses to their limits. And like, even if it hurts her, she's gonna see if she can sense the plague in this place.
You try to, and ooh, yeah, it's all right. Roll the die for me.
Yep.
All right, good rolls.
Mm.
You managed to push back the pain as you just try to feel. You look around and generally sense this place is like fragmented. It's weird. It's honestly that thing where there's only one point that is not covered in plague at this very moment, if you really were thinking about it that way, and it's through that door. Outside leads to the streets, but yeah.
Okay, so through that door ain't no plague?
Ain't no plague.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take my leave then. Thank you very much for indulging me.
She stops. The exit is behind us.
Oh, of course. She's gonna walk past, move through the bugs door. Gotta roll again.
You're leaving, so no.
Okay.
I will say there is a window right there to that room if you wanted to check it out. If not, you also don't have
She's
to.
gonna check it out.
All right. Do you want to peek through the window? I'll let you
I'm
peek
gonna-
through the window
I'm
and
gonna
see
peek
what's
through the
on the
window.
inside first, and then you can decide if you actually want to engage with it.
Yeah. Let me do that.
All right. Let me. Okay, hang on one moment. I need to turn off these fucking noises. Yeah, you peek on through the window and you see someone on the inside sitting by themselves on a couch, simply waiting for something.
That's somebody else's problem.
You
Illyria sees the headmaster, and just it's not my problem.
Wait, so this one's just fine? Why this one?
She motions over to Zenith like, "Come to me. I'm not gonna yell."
you leave the window behind, and your last window communicate with Daringway fades, and so unfortunately you get the Daringway ending D to this one.
Holy shit.
Unfortunately, Daringway doesn't get to do anything cool this time. He'll have to wait for late game Indigo.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
That's a bold assumption.
But
did Roma draw this before the session?
Yes. You've walked past him 2 times, 3 times now. The 3rd time, I threw a ball at you, but that's okay.
I did not pick up the ball.
You did not pick up the ball. Oh.
I'm losing my fucking mind. Holy shit.
I'm gonna tell Roma now. Okay. So anyways, let me actually drag you back.
Holy shit.
All right, you stumble outside and kind of just moving out right behind you into the street.
Yeah, that one, she looks back at the window. My, oh boy. It's a long story, but, he did a lot of things to really piss Mom off. Like, a lot of things. And, like, I don't normally value my family ties that much, but, it's part of the reason that I couldn't go to school at the university. I'm just gonna leave him, it's fine.
I see. Well, sorry I missed a spot.
Oh. She shudders at that. Okay, let's go to the hotels.
Yes.
So you guys are going to the hotel.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the apartments are the other way. Why on earth are we going to the hotel, my dear friend Illyria?
Oh boy. She actually stops. Would you prefer I go to the apartments first?
No. I'm merely curious, since you don't want to be keeping secrets anymore.
I promised the doctor that I'd go to the hotel.
Very well.
Let's go take a peek.
You both head off to the hotel. Daring way ending. Fucking.
I just noticed that there is a building that I haven't seen on that last map.
Oh yeah?
Like a hot spring or something?
Yes.
When I did my sweep, was there anything interesting about it?
At the time you went in, it was empty.
Okay.
And there was a spring of water inside. It was coming from the pool, which looked pretty clean.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you continue heading. Let me take rid of that one and ping you up here. You head up here and you see a number of people just kind of standing around outside.
Illyria's gonna walk up. Hey, what's going on here?
One of the women over here. There's a problem inside. The doctor said to shut it down. The kid kind of goes up. Talia's dad's inside. Can you get him out?
Oh. Ow. She's going to. She walks past and pets the kid. I'll go take a look. I can't promise anything. Yeah, of course. Illyria's gonna walk up, sort of nudge these people aside, and go in.
All right, you move, and this kid kind of goes up. His name's Bebe. I'm Talia. Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Pats on shoulder.
Mm-hmm. And you head on inside. Flanked in tow by Zenith.
Yep.
And moving on inside, you're treated to something unpleasant.
Oh dear. You know,
wow.
You know, it might be kind of fun if we played a little game, you and me, like friends would.
Although, his head like snaps and looks at you.
Someone being locked inside so long. Maybe you have not participated in too many games. They are for fun. You know what fun is, right? I must admit, I wasn't really familiar with the concept until I met you.
She looks around, her eyes like scanning the entire room, and she's hit with it all at once. All the sick people in here just get in her fucking head. I assume I rolled to die.
No, because
What?
there's so many people in here feeling pain all at once that it is actually impossible to block it all out.
That makes sense.
You will just take 5 damage.
Okay.
They're all separate, disparate peoples. Ooh, I think that wounds you, does it?
Yeah, Illyria takes a wound. So
Alright,
I'm
what
gonna...
falls in this moment?
Fuck. I don't think she's able to keep a clear head about any of this. I think it's her blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What she was leaning on so much earlier finally fucking gives out. I'm gonna drop her yellow, also. And she looks up at Zenith. What is fun about all this?
I didn't say this was fun. Not this.
He gestures to the entire building.
I thought you were fun. You changed things up quite a bit. No matter how terrible things got. Even when I broke you. Let's be real. I never really did I? And a part of me is happy. Something else I never really felt before. But then you keep on getting so close to just breaking everything. You releasing Beatrice is just one single domino that'll cause all of this to topple down. And let's make something abundantly clear, dear Doctor. You've already seen it. I haven't killed anyone. But you, if you go through with this, you'll kill far more than me. You'll kill Orchestra. You'll kill Horus. Can you live with that? These people that you've made a connection with. Let's be real. You wouldn't care if I was dead. No one would. So maybe we'll play another game. Maybe I can have fun with you again. Let's see who finds Talia's father first. Who will save him? Good luck, friend.
I'd actually like to roll to empathize with Zenith again. I want to know what's going on in his bug brain, because there were a lot of lines there that Illyria's like, wait, hold the fuck up a second. Specifically, at the start of that, I want to try to get a read of one of his emotions, if possible. So Zenith gets to roll to die. He is incomprehensible. I can't ban anything. I can't deal damage to him. I can't do anything like that. Christian. Christian's dead.
Oh no, Christian, you're mute.
Whoops, yeah, sorry about that.
Christian, I want to get a read of Zenith dropped one really, really interesting line there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like, is this fun to you? And he goes, no, this ain't fun. This part of it ain't fun. Could I take a blind guess at what his color was during that moment? What emotion he was feeling?
I'd say so, yeah.
Was he, was that emotion tied to his yellow stat? I'm still curious.
That emotion was tied to his yellow stat.
Okay. Illyria internalizes that for a second, and then shakes her head. No, I gotta go. Not too much time to process, but she's gonna start searching the rooms. Bertalia's dead.
You move. You stop in through the door and try to check this one first.
Yeah.
And yeah, not in this one.
Illyria has to operate by a grid system. She checks this guy.
You check that guy. He just kind of talks to you for a moment, and no, not him.
She's fucking panicking and running.
You
Just
run
gonna check
off
this
to
room.
the next room. Moving on inside, you see 4 patients, and it takes a moment to talk to all of them. You
Yeah.
kind of end up just talking, and then at one point you just kind of yell it out halfway through. And then, nope, gotta keep going.
Gotta keep going.
If it's any consolation, I didn't see him in there.
She's gonna run in here.
You run inside, and you see an old man laying on the bed there, and you ask, and the answer is no.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. There's a 50-50 shot. So be it.
Yeah, she's gonna open this door. She has to.
System. You walk in, and you see a bunch of clothing on there, and you step back out, and Zenith has walked into the next door.
She stops and she throws open this door.
You do, and you see a man laying on the bed over there, and another one kind of behind some curtains. Sitting in, he lays on the bed, and Zenith hovers over him, as you can only see parts of them through there.
She's going to run up as fast as she fucking can. Almost feverishly tipping absolutely everything over on the way in.
And you rush up to his bed. Zenith, what do you do?
Zenith is just gonna like brush the hair out of his eyes and pat away some of the sweat.
He looks pretty terrible, Illyria. And I did get here first. You seem so willing to let this world die. Let others die. That you struggle for someone that you know will be fine. Why?
She's fucking panicking at this point. Come on, don't do it, don't do it.
Is that all? A boring plead? No bargain? No reason? Just a because?
I have nothing to offer. I've got nothing, just don't do it.
Illyria. You've been so clever up to this point. You obviously do have something to offer me. Just leave.
She stops. And that word, leave. Her eyes blink open and shut a few times. Like, leave, gone. Like I can go back? What?
This song and dance will continue forever. That's just how it is. With it, I get to live. Horace gets to live. Orchestra gets to live. If you crush this dream, we all vanish. Do you think any of us wanted to be here? That we chose to be born this way? You should understand that entirely. You didn't get to choose how you look. I didn't get to choose this!
She struggles, like, still heaving from fucking running through every single room. Yeah, you're right. I've been trying to run it through my conscience this entire time, trying to process exactly why I feel I have to do this. Because it sure as hell ain't just to protect the sick people. I think at the end of the day, the people I want to free most are those like you, she points at Zenith. You didn't ask to be born this way. Horace didn't ask to be a part of this. Orchestra doesn't even have a voice to complain. I don't want to break this dream to, I don't know, conquer a sickness. I want to get all of you out of here. She looks down at this guy. So I lost the game. Do your worst. She relaxes back and actually starts to breathe. Air filtering in through the mask. But I'm going to make a promise to you right now. On the other side of this, the people I'm going to snap out of this dream, those like you. It's time to wake up, Zenith.
Do you know why I like you, Illyria?
Why is that? I've been confused the entire time on that point.
I suppose it is difficult to understand. Because you talk to me. You actually listen to me. And worse yet, and maybe the best, but it's also the worst. I get to feel things. When this all started, I had nothing but a single motive that was not my own. I was designed to give a body, a personification to something intangible, just so someone could feel a little bit better by yelling at me, cursing me, with one single desire: to destroy me. I was born just so someone could maybe kill me. But with you, I got to feel happy. We got to have some merry conversations. I got to feel sad. Like yesterday, I didn't see you at all. You seemed just fine, didn't need me. I've been angry more than once, because it's new! I don't know if I like that one yet. But the one that's been burning me the most as of recently. Regrets. Regret for existing. Regret for the things I have to do, because there are things worse than me, Illyria, and I'm just trying to survive. I had no concept of life until it could have been taken from me. But I think the biggest regret was I did hope that maybe we could have been friends at the end of this, but you just put a gun up to my head, pulled the hammer back, and I just didn't know if the next chamber was loaded. And that's terrifying. So go on, Illyria.
She sort of draws up. Yeah, that was, I think that's the part of this that I was struggling with the most. Because when I got here, it was so easy to blame you for absolutely everything. I'm pretty good at that. Blaming other people for all of my issues. But at a certain point, she wobbles on her feet. I had to admit something. She walks over and, like, starts to almost tend to the patient. As a doctor, you gave me purpose. But that was so damn cheap. She uncorks the potion that she should have frankly be using for herself and is going to administer it to this person. What I had to confront, unfortunately, was the fact that you're sick too. Looks over at Zenith. You're not the villain of this story. Just another victim.
I certainly didn't help with how I need to survive.
He gestures to the body.
This is all I can do. I don't get options. And I think that's why I'm a little grateful too. I was able to give you what I couldn't. Free will. You could choose who got to live and die. You got to choose where to go. Hell, you're not even the same person anymore. You're not even a testudo anymore, are you?
She looks down. No. No, I'm not.
I'm very lucky.
I think I'm starting to get it.
Oh.
More than anyone, getting people sick, that's your goal, but maybe even more than me or more than the doctor, you don't want to see those lives end, because it'd mean the end of you too.
Which is why I'd like to present an option. Take a pick of the litter.
He just gestures around the room.
Anyone. As many as you can carry. Walk away from this. I won't come after you. I won't come after any of them. If they walk through the door again, that is beyond my control. And let's be fair. They walk through it a second time, that's their fault. But Illyria, I'm just tired. I'm just angry. I am feeling a lot right now. It's a lot of complicated emotions. And I like them, and I fucking hate them. And that's all thanks to you.
She finishes putting the potion in this guy and then takes a step back. I think I realized why this entire thing is happening to begin with. The doctor failed with you, and unfortunately gave you form like this. Everything he hated in the world. I don't think he hates you as much as he hates his own inability to deliver on a promise he made. She thinks back to Heather. I think that's the moment that it all happens, and I think that's the moment that you become the villain. But, unlike him, I'm not gonna break my promise. Zenith, I will set you free.
Oh, I'd love to see you try. But I'm willing to maintain my promise as well. Not willing, I will. Take who you want, those that you love, and leave. I'll miss you, but I think it's necessary.
She looks back. She doesn't know these people in here. She thinks briefly about, like, yeah, I could grab Beatrice. I don't know what Orchestra's deal is, but hell, maybe that one could even work. Maybe... But she blows air out through her nose. I can't do it.
Every doctor makes the same mistake, but yours is just a little bit different because it's even more ambitious. You want to save everyone. Well, bad news, Illyria. That's just not how this story goes.
She draws up to her full height, takes a step forward. I'm not a doctor, and I can't make that promise. I don't think I'm someone capable of saving everyone. All I can do is show them the door. But so long as there are people here who are suffering, I need to keep trying for them. I'm not a doctor, but I won't just abandon a patient. And Zenith, I want to run this through your head. I want you to internalize it. Right now, you are my patient, and I will not abandon you.
He just kind of like looks down for a moment.
I really want to trust you, Illyria. But I don't know if I can handle more regrets. Before you have any more regrets, though, yourself, I should remind you, your call to adventure is not doing well. Because I did warn you, this is gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. I'll give you a head start.
She hangs her head and starts walking away. I came in here with 2 potions. One of them would have been better suited for me. She looks down at herself, her entire body shaking, she's doing like shit. Then she reaches down, pulls it out, and throws it to Zenith. Take that, you'll feel better. She's gonna walk away.
Zenith, what do you do with that?
He looks it over a few times. It's one of the, actually probably the first time someone has given him something. He normally needs to take it for himself. He moves the vial around and watches the liquid spin and swirl. Tilts his head.
This is probably gonna kill me.
Holy shit! Oh my fucking god.
Oh. Like a fucking knife through butter.
I mean, you gotta figure it's designed to stop the
Holy shit.
Oh.
I think Zenith understands the gesture, but it's also like, hey man, let me help
Hey,
you.
man.
Throws me a loaded gun with 1 bullet.
This will kill. What am I supposed to do with it? I'm gonna flush this.
You flush that in the toilet, Zenith. Or you hold on to it, either or.
He doesn't throw away something that was given to him.
Exactly.
He like taps his fingers against the glass and looks at the man in the bed.
I got one too.
You step forward, and the second lap of your race begins.
Yep. So, just as a preview,
Yes.
for patrons and for everybody here, I think Illyria has, in her own mind, identified the villain of this story. She thinks it's the Doctor now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't Zenith.
It's a fun theory.
Yeah. Well, she has
Sure.
reasons.
She does.
This place
And-
and even Zenith were created by the Doctor's regret. Frankly, the villain of this story is the Plague to begin with. But Zenith ain't that Plague. Zenith is the Plague made by the Doctor. The architect of everybody's suffering? It's that man. Including his own.
And you feel like that is correct. Everything kind of clicks with that thought pattern. It makes sense. After all, you kind of think. You think back to where you were earlier when you were here. And in your head, you sort of feel like, maybe a few wrong tumbles, maybe a path down that way. You might have made a similar call. But no. You think, actually, well, it's no real use to give thought about what that Illyria would think. That
Yep.
Illyria was a pile of masks that were cracked and broken. In this moment, you are now you. Maybe that's something the Doctor never got to figure out. But you also know where you're going, and where is that?
I'm heading straight to Teach's apartment, and
Alright.
she is going to swear to herself on the way there. Because now that she has properly identified the villain in her mind, even if something terrible should happen to someone important to her, terrible enough to break her heart, she won't turn more people into victims. So she's steeling herself and getting ready to see Teach with that in mind.
Alrighty. You begin to go. And let me drag you there now. Here we are. You find yourself in a spot absolutely overflowing.
Should I roll to die for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Alrighty, yeah, that's pretty alright, yeah. You move through, you manage to overcome it in this moment.
She's gonna lock in. Oh wait, no, that ain't wild anymore. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lock in that orange 3.
Alrighty. And Zenith, I don't know where you are right now, but simply ask and I'll put you down.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I got him on GM layer. I'll have him
Okay, cool.
pop up.
You swarm, trying to block out the sounds as much as you can as you keep running, moving up the stairs. And running up these steps, this swarm, this absolute barrage of these awful insects continue to move. You press past them, finding your way up to the second floor, moving as swiftly as you can, but also with a step that is a lot more assured than otherwise. You're shaky, for sure. You're moving to the best of your abilities. But even though you're afraid, even though you're concerned, you don't lack for knowing what you would do, at least. If the worst comes to pass, you know you'll be able to keep moving, regardless of the fear or the pain. Roll to die for me real quick.
Of course.
You move out through that door, moving out into the hallway. As you go, you feel a tinge of pain, sorrow, coming from the room right across from you. Right
Oh boy.
there. But is that for you now?
This room was the one with the the sisters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she can help herself. She's going in.
You step in. And as you step through that door,
Zenith is just sitting on the table, and he's got one locust in his hands, and he's like plucking off a piece of it at a time.
She likes me. She loathes me. She likes me. She loathes me.
And then pulls off the last wing and just throws the carcass to the side and gestures to the body.
You still think I'm not the villain of this story?
Illyria feels tears begin to well in her eyes. What does she see?
you see the sister Calliope crabbing onto the couch, still sick herself but not yet deceased, holding on and weeping openly, calling out a name that is almost lost within the buzzing. Beyond all of that, however, she calls out behind her and yells for someone else to stay in the other room, to not witness this.
Illyria chokes down a sob and is actually just going to throw the door open and keep going.
You keep moving. You continue to run. As you move down this hallway, you see the flicker of lights blocked out by insects as they continue to swarm. It's a lot, but in this way you feel this almost overload of sensation. The idea that, well, regardless of where you go, they're in every direction. There is no safety, besides maybe out this window, but that's not an option either.
Yeah.
You continue running, and you feel an absence of pain coming from this room. A complete silence.
That's good, at least.
Roll
Maybe.
a die for me.
Oh, no. Oh, it's bad.
No, in this case, you don't give it any thought. You don't think about it at all. You just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, she's acting on instinct. She's just gonna keep moving.
He put up such a good fight, just like you. Well, maybe you'll do better. You've surprised me before, but let's be real, Illyria. This is looking pretty bleak.
She's running. She's fucking sobbing and running. It's gonna move up.
Final floor is ahead of you. And the locusts seem to crowd even thicker here.
I can't see.
Oh, yeah, let me ping you up. There you go.
There we go. Just gonna keep moving forward. She's gonna drop her swing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna sprint through.
You move, pressing through that door. And the hallway here littered with so many bugs.
She's gonna throw open the door.
You step through, pressing, moving, a swarm almost pushing past even the whatever light seems to go from the very evening sun. You press past, check yourself on the counter as you stumble over onto the floor very briefly, and stand up again. And you move. And one hand pressed on that door, you shove it open and take your steps inside.
She comes in. She looks, and it's like all thoughts stop. There's just silence and almost a metallic ringing sound in her ears. Ah, is all she can think. And then all at once, all the thoughts rush out, words colliding one into the other like fucking trains. a long string of different phrases, half of them screams. I'm gonna roll to die.
Yeah, please do.
I don't think that's high enough. Despite
No.
everything.
No, you take
Mm.
a wound.
Illyria sees the sight in front of her. She's gonna take the wound. And, she's gonna fall unconscious.
You hit the floor, and you feel yourself taken by that feeling. And in that moment, give me a moment.
Oh boy.
You sift off Let me Illyria,
Yeah.
you're having a dream again.
Oh boy.
You feel yourself kind of shift awake, moving. Well, no, I guess, is it a dream? Yeah, it's almost a dream, because usually you might have a period of shifting in and out, in between, not understanding what holds yourself before and after waking up, falling asleep. It can all just blend so easily together. But in this case, you feel like you are certainly awake. No, because yeah, no. Dream or no dream, this feels weird. This feels real to you. This feels personal. Let me just drag something onto this map and we'll be good to go. You feel yourself there. Pulled up, you find yourself sitting again at a nighttime, and a late night. Staying later, you remember that she decided to stick around that time, Kind of, maybe it was the first time, maybe not. She wasn't able to do this so often, but the times that she did make you happy. She kind of shifts around a little bit. I'm real sorry that you can't head out as much. I wish I could help in some way.
I mean, it's okay. I like it in here. Like, I don't know. I got there's a lot of
A lot of what?
well, I guess grandma keeps me busy. All the Testudo folks are generally pleasant to me. I can help out taking care of patients sometimes. I mean, I don't do any of the hard stuff, but like I think I'm helpful. She does not sound convinced of this.
Teach looks at you, kind of like her face kind of screwed up a little bit. Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of thing. You're saying that like you say it when you don't know a quiz question.
Nope. I'm definitely Illyria Testudo is she's useful. This is a significantly younger Illyria.
Yeah. Hey, Illyria.
Yeah.
I know, How do I put this? There's it feels very nice to be useful to someone, right? It's you really like that feeling, do you?
Mm, yeah, she fidgets.
Doesn't sound like it. Look, there's take it from me, kid. Sometimes when you're living your life, there are gonna be times when you're in the pits and all you really want is to be useful to someone because that's validation, you know? But you all feel a little hollow, don't you think?
She looks down.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't. She kind of like sits and looks at you and kind of like moves herself a little closer. Just kind of like, hey, holds out her hands, not grabbing yours, but almost like letting you reach out if you wanted to.
she does.
hmm And she holds her hands real quick there and just kind of looks. I don't mean to be rude with this. Do you, whenever someone tells you that you've done good, what's the first thought that comes into your head? What's the first feeling? You don't need to know the name for it. Just describe it for me, okay?
Bad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She kind of stops there for a moment and nods her head a bit. Yeah, I can get that. But look, I don't know why. I can't say, look, I'm a history teacher. I'm not a psychologist. But I think that's something a lot of people might feel, you know? Sometimes when you're living that life, when you don't know what you feel about yourself, sometimes it feels bad to hear it from others. If you're not sure you're doing a good job or doing something you feel happy about, and you hear someone else walk up and say, "Hey, you're doing great." Well, I guess that feels weird. It hits a part of your brain where it's like you feel like, "No, you're lying," or "Are you lying? I feel so bad to think you're lying. Why am I doing that?" Right?
She nods along. She yeah, no, she feels that sort of warmth. But a lot of it so weird. Yeah, no, she definitely agreed with that. Makes sense. It's one of the reasons she looked up to Teach. Because, felt like she'd been through something similar. Illyria, Illyria kind of sighs. Feels like I should be. I don't know. Feels like I should be crying right now, but I'm not sure why.
Kind of smiles. Hey, come on. Kind of tapped her shoulder a little bit. Hey, sometimes we cry, sometimes we don't. You don't gotta feel bad. If that made you feel good at all, great. If not, she kind of thinks a bit. Again, ain't no psychologist. I think you'll figure that out for yourself. I trusted you as, and that word kind of seems to filter out a bit as you do look at her. And she kind of seems to stop for a moment and kind of look and speak. Did you figure it out?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Sorry I couldn't figure it out in time, I guess.
She kind of looks at you. Hey, come on. Don't say that. Did figure it out, right? Because, like, look, you don't gotta figure that stuff out for my sake. That's always been something for you. God, I've got a lot to figure out too, and honestly, I'm happy enough that you did. Feels like a bit inspiring for me, you know?
She lets out a really fucking sad, tired smile. Sorry I couldn't save you.
And she looks at you and kind of like knocks you on the side of the head very lightly. Shut up. Hey. Don't ever forget that in this moment. Don't try to mince those words. Don't try to make something up to say that you didn't save me or all that stuff, because that's not what matters. You showed me what it meant to see someone who, well, to see, I guess, a student in a light and make me realize that, well, in the end, maybe I'm the one who really needs to do a lot of learning here. You finding your stuff without me, hell, that's the best thing I could have seen. That means no matter how weak I get, well, the people I want to lead can help find themselves too. All I gotta do is give a little push, but I don't have to drag them all the way to water, you know?
She's nodding along to this very, very slowly.
So, at the end of the day, well, it's kind of simple. All Martha Teach has to do is be there for her kids whenever they need it, you know? And if I can do that, well, I think I can do that. As Illyria, you feel yourself, again, a knock on your head. That same, like, playful one. And you feel something knocking you awake. Hey.
She,
so thank you, okay?
She slowly opens her eyes.
You don't... She kind of clicks off your mask real quick. An action that would make you panic if anyone else did it, quite frankly. She holds it real quick and checks. Hey. Look at me. Come on, you awake? Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Make sure I'm not talking to myself here. She makes that awkward smile you've seen sometimes she does. Hey.
Yeah.
You don't gotta wear a mask anymore to be safe. You're doing great. I think I have a lot to learn from you, okay?
Illyria just slowly raises herself up.
Teach, pressing a hand on your shoulder, just kind of like pulls you in for a hug. Hey, look. Right now, you're stronger than I ever have been in my life. And you didn't need me to do that.
Illyria starts to sob.
She pats you on the back, holding you there, and she turns. And I think I'm gonna try for that too for myself. But first, she stops a bit. At the end of the day, you don't need to rely on me to be strong. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you sit in here and get hurt. I'm gonna give to you because I want to, okay? So don't feel guilty. This is Teach giving to you. This is doing it because I want to, okay?
Illyria doesn't really understand the meaning of the words, but sort of gets the intention, and she just quietly nods.
Teach stands up, and not with a mask granted to you via some form of fake form of just... When she stands up again, she does not give you comfort via some nice words. Neither does she give you strength via some form of mirage that you can wear for yourself. In this moment, she gives directly to you. She holds herself forward, and in this moment, she chooses to make herself into a blade for your sake. And she stares and looks at the door. In that moment, you feel something resonate from her. You feel something sort of break down in that moment. All of that which was inside, all of that pain, it's still there, but the sickness isn't. And it feels so dull, so buried, so weak compared to something else that resonates inside of her in this moment. Something that she seems to radiate, yet also hold within herself and share with you. As she stands tall in front of you, that person casts a shadow, yet also wields herself to you. As she looks forward to the door, she speaks again. I think I see it now. All that stuff you said yesterday, you know, about actors' doors and otherwise.
Illyria slowly exhales. Yeah, it's quite a production.
Mm-hmm. Guess I got ahead of myself. It's really good, but I think I see through it now. Just another lie, like all the other ones. That's okay. I think I'm pretty good at breaking through those by now. She stops, and the aura seems to fade for just a moment as she turns around. Hey, shall we go?
She slowly stands up. Yeah, sure.
All right. You stand. You feel yourself also standing right next to her. Not like her, but in your own way. And Jay,
Yeah.
you get Teach's bond gift.
Oh.
As in this moment, she moves up to the door and stepping in a way that holds herself close to you, almost moving as you move. As you feel, again, the buzzing right on the other end of that door. As standing there, she holds the door and moves forward with you. Let me just set something up real quick. And her eyes lock forward at Zenith. She sees him now.
Bravo, Illyria. You saved the day. For one.
Illyria, looks down, tries to clear her head a little bit. I don't know how. Frankly, it feels like a miracle. She sits down. She just deflates in the chair.
Oh, dear. I did say this was going to be a pretty stressful week, didn't I? We didn't even get there.
You see in front of him is the potion you had given him. And he just kind of with one finger, presses it in place, but then with his thumb, spins it, and he just watches it.
There was only one thing I had been given, and that was life, so that it could be snuffed out. And while I appreciate the gesture, might I remind you that this very vial is designed to kill me. Or at least
He gestures around the room.
part of me.
She nods.
The gesture is appreciated, I assure you. This show has been nothing but tragedy. Because that is what I have been designed for. It's the reason I like to, have a couple little jabs at you. Why, sometimes get a little silly, as it were. Because too much tragedy gets boring, tiresome. God knows we could use a smile here and then. Every time, this just gets worse and worse and more boring. God, I like you, Illyria. I really, really do. You instilled in me many emotions, but there was always one thing I never really understood, and that was hope. I knew I needed to destroy it, break it, turn it to nothing but ashes. And I'd like to think I did a pretty damn good job with the first few docks.
The sun
And
seems to
then-
set as this conversation goes on.
And then you showed up. Hope continued to disappear for just an instant. And the moment I turn my back, that fucking light turns back on. Sickening. I hated hope. It felt so obsolete. This futile optimism for greater things that were never meant to be. Until I started to feel it. And I realized what drives hope. It is fear. And worse yet, regret, or the possibility of it. And I do have a hope. And that's you remaining forever.
She like sort of shakes herself off a little bit, trying to snap out of it. How does that go then? There's just one day left, right? I thought it all comes to an end when the doctor finally loses his hope.
It does. Usually. That is what the script says.
And he pulls out a very large packet of papers. And he starts just casually flipping through it.
You know, your improvisation was so fun and exciting. We didn't even get to the first page.
And he just throws the papers out the window.
But because of that, there do need to be more modifications to the script, the story. Because this is your story, Illyria. But I really needed to become mine again. So I don't think there will be a tomorrow. And unfortunately, Illyria, I'm not letting you have a head start.
As on that command, even more begin to swarm in that moment, going over all of you. Illyria, give me an insect fear-based roll here.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god!
Dear sweet Jesus, hold on.
Describe to me what happens here.
I wanna roll one more d6 to see if I had all my attributes now. If it had also been a 1.
No.
Okay. No. I just had to make sure. Oh boy. I think what happens with Illyria right now is she tried to make herself a promise going in here that like she'd stay strong no matter what came of the next few moments, and just in that moment of seeing Teach's lifeless body, dozens of things snapped in Illyria's head and just carved her out in a fucking instant. And as the bugs rush over her, she barely even reacts.
Instead, it's someone else who interacts, reacting to this. Just a simple word. Fake. And with that, something moves next to you. And with a swift moment, Teach moves forward and, pressing with all of her weight, punches into Zenith and finds purchase in that spectral form, launching him back and out the window. Illyria, roll an extra d6 for me.
Oh, okay. Yes, there it is.
Ha! Excellent. Excellent. Lock that in. Lock that one in. Because in this moment, by locking in that one, you get the modifier from that one.
Mm.
And by getting the modifier from that one, you get taken over and succeed. As you feel a bulwark form around you once again. As everything around you, those words, fake. All of this, a production. Every single bit. Everything, a play to be played upon by those with fanciful imaginations and brains that are good for this kind of thing. Those who are willing to play for flights of fancy. But in this moment, you feel next to you a wall form. A wall of disillusion spilling around you in this moment as she stands right next to you. So, I need you to remove something from your gift slot and lock this in.
Oh.
But I think mostly we can work that part out in a second, because right now, Zenith, can you move yourself to that window?
Yeah. There's so many bugs.
There's so many bugs. Yeah.
Bugs. Oh my god, there's so many. There I am. All right. Yeah. No. Oh my god. There.
As he goes flying out from right behind, you feel that weight behind you. In that moment, you feel yourself picked up just barely again. And flanking you once more, she stands tall. And you find yourself standing firm right again. Helping you stand up again. Come on, let's go.
She's going to click her mask back on.
You stand right there, this sea of insects right in front of you. I'd like you to do against them.
Okay.
It's a 1d20 plus 10.
Yep.
Yep. Of course! Of course it would be that! Of fucking course!
No, that tracks.
In that moment, you let yourself step, and every single one that you move, flanked right behind you, is a single action. Almost holding on and flanking you by the side, you feel things parting again. Insects shiver in your skin, basically, causing their cold touch to flick on your skin, and yet all of it feels like a breeze. Fake, not real. In that moment, You feel yourself waking up to this delusion as well. Moving on the outside as you open that door. And as you do, you feel fading. Popping like so many blistering sores. They all seem to pop out of your way. Stepping side and side as you move. And as you do that, you do hear something rather concerning coming from behind you, which seems a lot less fake, a lot more real, a lot more confirmable. As Zenith finds himself crawling back up the window. Maybe a little faster.
She starts walking.
As you move, you press forward and find yourself... Oh, get above that. Okay, good, thank you. You find yourself taking those steps down the stairs, moving at a decent amount of speed. Along the way, well, how are you feeling?
Whew. It's so strange for her. It's not necessarily like freedom or even clarity. It is clarity, but it's almost bitter clarity. She felt it. In that moment, she absolutely broke. She made a promise, and it made her as brittle as ice. Now she's continuing to move by some miracle. And honestly, all that's leading her now is that clarity of motion. She sees everything for as it is, and instead of feeling inspired or heroic, she can only feel growing distaste.
You feel that taste spread. Every part of it clicking on you. It feels awful, honestly. It feels like everything you just strived to do in that moment had broken for just a bit. And in a way, it feels familiar. As the person stepping behind you, and to some degree, feels that too. As you step, it is less a heroic step, but more moving with clarity, with purpose. You're moving because you have to. As you step through that door again, you find yourself almost down to that floor once more. And whoops, you disappeared.
Oh.
Oh no, I got you again.
Okay.
There we go. All right. And as you find your way down, let's see. You move just a little bit. And you feel like rushing ahead again is that feeling of Zenith running back forward, moving around and finding his way forward. You feel like again he will be through that door. As you step, again, completely clear of purpose and otherwise, you move on forward. This iron almost... This will that seems to discreate all around you. As you said, this is not a heroic moment. This is nothing. If you were to look at this is just the antithesis of a story and just about. There is no feeling, no ethos here.
Rejection, pure and simple.
Zenith stumbles up behind, moving up with a swarm of these things, pulling them as much as he can.
Illyria, please. Why are you so fascinated with killing all of us? Don't you want to be the hero? Wasn't that the point? The easiest way to succeed in saving all of us is to become one of us.
She looks at the door. Let's go outside. I'm done with this place.
You move, stepping outside as you go. And as you take that step outside, let me just put you down.
She's gonna stand outside and wait for Zenith.
All right. Bottom left. Yeah, there we go. You step out, moving, flanked. You find yourself going forward and moving out just alongside, as you bring yourself out to the street, the figure of Zenith pulls himself from the door once more.
As we walk outside, Illyria slowly turns around, looks at Zenith, and she's going to drop this swing.
Nice. Good.
Gonna get rid of the disillusion.
Nice. As you do that, Peach stands, holding herself there, and doesn't try to re-engage with you in that moment. Instead, lets it sit. As you feel yourself once again click into you. As
She
Zenith himself emerges.
She slowly exhales. I'd given up. But I made a promise. She looks back at Zenith. Punching through this place with disillusion, I broke in that moment. She looks down at her hands. I felt nothing but just rejection. That's not, She looks back at him. It's not fair to the play. So, let's settle this.
And so begins the finale.
She puts a finger up. I want a day 5, not constructed by the doctor, not made by the players behind the scenes. I want a day 5 written by Zenith. Whatever you throw at me, I will break through it.
Huh. I think I finally figured out what you are, Illyria. You're not a doctor. I don't even know if you're my friend. But you're an inspiration.
She puts her head down and if she had it in her, she'd perform like a showman's bow at this moment. She doesn't. Well, thank you, she says, bracing her mask. She looks back up at the apartment, back at Teach. What's Teach looking like?
Teach is... It's kind of strange. She is, She doesn't seem to show much right now. She's resolved, but also kind of in this state where she doesn't really In that moment, you kind of let that in. There was nothing left. In that moment, you broke. And when that happened, Teach put herself forward. She wrapped you in something for her, not, once again, kind of pulling you back into that. Getting you out of there. And once that seems to stop, she seems to pull herself back a little bit then too. It's a little bit of guiltiness, but also a lot of, well, at that moment, she didn't feel like there was another way. And as she stands, she seems to regain some step because she sees you. And in some ways, she also believes what Zenith said. You are an inspiration.
She looks at Teach and finally properly, like, connects up everything in her head. Yeah. This entire thing has been a lesson in learning just how fragile my promises are. So, I'm not gonna let it end like that. I'm not going to punch a hole through this place and just save myself. Made a goddamn promise. I'm going to save you. I'm going to save the people here.
Oh, you haven't broken any promises, but they certainly are some wilting vows. I think it's important to get the name drop in at least once. Oh, dear Illyria. There is always a part of me. It's so back and forth, I know how annoying it must be to hang out with someone so flippy-floppy. There are moments I adore you, and moments I regret you. But this is one of those moments where I cherish you.
Well, as he walks on by, he kind of, with one hand, slaps something against your stomach.
You're gonna need this, buddy.
And you look down, and it's the vial you had given him.
Because tomorrow is gonna be one hell of a day. But luckily for you,
He points over at Teach.
you won't be alone. Wish I could say the same.
She, as Zenith starts to walk away, Illyria's going to roll her, she's gonna roll her, whose eyes are those eyes? Whose pain is this pain?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, do it.
Okay. Bomb as fuck.
Yeah, nice.
She's gonna lock in, her healing stat, and she remembers across this this entire exchange, all of those days, the presence of being watched constantly. The reason she couldn't relax and the reason she couldn't unwind around these people. She says, loud enough so that she knows Zenith can hear her. I was never alone, you idiot. She's gonna walk away down this side of the road.
Followed behind. The director and their most prized actor split for the night. One more day. Great revisions ahead. One final day on the production. The finale. This time tailored to the whims of that which is evil without wanting to be. And she does good. Yet without, really? Well, without what? Tell me you. Give me the read on Illyria.
Illyria right now is finally like, she's been so completely like, every last bit of sentimentality for the past that was contained with within Illyria just burnt away. She is now utterly and truly someone who is living in exactly this moment. Her determination is now absolutely set, but it's strange. It feels like the thing that she's fighting for right now isn't just to shatter this illusion. It's to genuinely untwine whatever this is. And as she was overcome with that sheer wall, all of those feelings of disdain and distaste, it was easy for her to slip into that and see this world for the fake that it was. But, she realized more than anything how disrespectful that was, too. And for a moment, she realizes, looking back at Zenith and thinking about how he was crawling across the ground, she thinks back to the second day and how broken she was at the end of that. She looks down at her hand, slightly trembling, opens and closes it. I think I was petty. She shakes her head, turns back to Teach. Thank you. Thank you for lending me that.
She kind of smiles at you a bit. Thanks for giving it back. At the end of the day, the fear that someone wouldn't is the reason I never did.
Illyria kind of smiles. I don't want that to be me.
She says nothing. She smiles, and you feel deep within her heart one word ring out, or no, one sentiment kind of ring out in response. I don't either.
Yep.
Where are we going now? Apartment's bunk. It's not even mine. What am I doing here? Song's gonna be so pissed.
There's a lot to catch you up on. You're going to a friend's.
And so you do. The both of you departing. As the curtains close once more, for one more time before the finale.
Oh boy!
Nice. Good job. Good job.
Yeesh. Very, very good. I like Zenith a lot.
Nina's great. Nina's great.
Oh.
He's a shitty boy.
He's a cheaty boy.
He's
Love
a
my
shitty boy, but like oh my god, I loved everything that happened this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I genuinely love the progression of like, yeah, this is my big character breakthrough. Fucking smackdown.
Yeah.
Gets back up again.
You found another part of yourself, but that was not the answer for all of your problems, which is really cool.
Exactly. No, that's the part I like.
Yeah, I really liked how you got a good mix of like, you got a really good mix of like, I am making big strides, but also if there is a big conclusion to make, it is to be made at the end still, which is really cool.
that's exactly it. Like on the way out while the fucking Teach scene was happening, and I got that fucking crit 20 because of course. I'm like, okay, I know a way to spin this as Illyria.
Yes.
I think it should be saved.
Yeah.
She needs to still be a little fucked because I think no matter what that VN like Battler coming across the bodies with no faces moment has to stick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for the ending. I think we're good to end the recording, right?
Yeah, I think so. We are.
Mm-hmm.
What I